Showing is upcoming.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Night Showdown. I guess since we're not playing on Friday, so thought long weekend up here in Canada. Long weekend coming up for our friends in the United States on Thursday. So we thought we'd get in an extra game this week. Just want to make sure we are good. Test the volume. Sounds good, everybody. Tonight with me, it's Paul, and we also have Henny from our crew. I'll just sit down real quick here. Um, Tommy and the boys are actually recording some D&D in the studio next to us till about midnight Eastern time. So Tommy will probably jump in at some point and join us in the game tonight. What we're going to do tonight is we are going to play a straight up Aces game. Um, no special land sander or anything like that. We are going to do the Crucius Lancers versus House Kurita. It's going to be about 300 points aside. The Cretans, I think, are at 310, and the Davian Force here in front of me is around 315, somewhere in that ballpark. Um, Henny and myself will be controlling the Federated Commonwealth, the Crucius Lancers, and the Aces deck will be controlling the Draconis Combine for Sword of Light. Each force tonight is going to consist of the following. On the Davian side, if anyone wants to list off what we got going on over there.
Yeah, I'll jump right in here. What we've got for the Fed Rats is a Marauder 5D, a Battlemaster 1G, a Rifleman 3C, which is the Brawler Rifleman, one of the actually good variants in 3025, possibly the only good variant in 3025. The Valkyrie QA, a pair of Brutus Assault tanks, two Scorpion light tanks with the SRM loadout, a pair of Bulldog medium tanks, and a trio of motorized infantry platoons, which is the jeeps we have loaded up over there.
Perfect. And on the Aces deck side, the first sort of light will be using a Marauder 3R, a King Crab Quadruple Zero, a Crab 20, a Locust 3V, a pair of Shrek PPC carriers, a pair of Hunter Light support tanks, a motorized infantry platoon wheeled, and a pair of striker tanks. How we're going to do this tonight to start the fight, we're going to start the first turn with the mechs not entering the field. So we'll get some infantry and tanks fighting it off for a turn, and then we'll bring the tanks on. No special scenario rules in this. We're not going to use force withdrawal. We're just literally here. This is our Battletech sleepover party. We're going to be here for most of the night playing, have some fun, and we'll blow some stuff up, and we'll stress test the latest version of the Aces deck. With that said, we will go to the overhead, and we can roll some initiative here. I'll roll for the bad guys, and Henny can roll for the Crucius Lancers. I'll use the cursed red dice as usual, and actually, well, I rolled a 10.
I'm rolling a green, and they are cursed for me, apparently. So much for the luck of the Irish.
There we go. So, first to the Federated Commonwealth. What do you think we should move here?
Well, I like to move lighter units, or sorry, I like to move slower units first. And in this instance, I don't necessarily want to just sit my infantry out there and beg for more like this. So I would probably start trying to move infantry in a way that's going to keep them under cover. With these guys, we've got a 6-inch move, I believe, with our motorized. Yes, we have a 6-inch move with our motorized. We will pay 2 to go down the hill facing here. So I would maybe bring them up somewhere into this area. Paul, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm cool with that. I'm just checking the audio. Apparently, your audio might be off a little bit.
Blank here.
So the first for the, just put your mic closer to your mouth there. That's perfect. There we go. All right. So the first on the first sort of light side to go will be the 2 Hunter light support tanks. Under aggressive, if the unit has any armor and there are any activated enemies within 24, which is yes, we are going to go ground to target. Target in this instance, off the commander deck, will be priority red, which is lowest TMM, lowest armor. So on the Federated Commonwealth side, Henny, what is the lowest TMM, lowest armor?
Lowest TMM, lowest armor would probably be the infantry I just moved, to be
The
honest with you.
infantry? Okay. So they are going to want to, and they activated, which is good. Perfect. So we want to no activated within 12. Only line of sight to target while moving closer to the target. So we are using hexes tonight, guys, so you don't have to worry about tape measures. The Hunter light support tanks are here and here. They want to move closer, and they want to stay out of line of sight. No. Here would be out of line of sight. For the first one, they are moving at 10.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can back into there. He's out of line of sight from the Brutus tank. And he has line of sight to the infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's out of line of sight, technically. Right? And he has line of sight to the infantry.
Yep.
All right, so he's there. Like so. And they are a TMM of 2. So to the Federated Commonwealth.
Well, I don't want to leave my infantry out to get completely run off the board unsupported, so I'm going to move one of my Brutus up to try and support them, and maybe draw a little bit of fire. They are kind of scary beasts at a 5-4-2 profile, and pretty decently armored, not quite as much as, say, the Patton or some of the other heavy tanks in the game. Move him up right into here. That's a move of 5 hexes.
And they are a 1, I assume?
They are a 1.
And the other one? They're going to move his pairs.
Oh, they're going to move his pairs? Okay. Should I have moved all 3 infantry then?
Yeah, all 3 infantry would have moved down on the hill, sorry.
Okay.
Don't put them where the infantry might have ended up, though.
No.
But I'd probably put them back 1 hex. Yeah, and then the 2 infantry would be
here and here.
That's correct. Yeah.
So he could have stayed exactly where he was.
Oh, okay, that's fine. 316, 284. Next on the AI to go will be the Crab. The Crab wants to, under the aggressive column where we start, if there is an ideal red, which again is the lowest TMN, lowest move, that has activated, and the unit can move within 16 hexes or inches of it. So, oh yeah, the Crab, sorry, never mind. I am speaking out of line there. The mechs are not coming in this turn. So next for the bad guys, we are going to have the infantry. So the infantry, aggressive. If there are any activated enemies within 12, that would be correct, as the other enemy infantry are there. Therefore, they are going to want to move to target that's activated and proceed forward. So they are moving at 6, I believe, Henny. You're out closer to them on that side. So they want to move closer to this infantry.
So the infantry are 6, yeah, they're the same as my guys. So,
or maybe around the other side. Can they get around that way?
I mean, we can put one up there.
One behind them.
Yeah, one behind them, and then one in
One there.
here.
That works. Yeah.
So it will be 2 to go up and down these, which this guy would be getting there on 5. This So we'll get to there on 5.
Perfect. To the Federated Commonwealth.
All right. On the Fed Rat side, then we're going to
Those infantry are all 1, right?
yes. All the infantry are a 1, although they technically are
Technically
a 2, as with elementals and all the other armored infantry that we'll need to learn about soon, folks. Soon, TM.
I saw on. Was he a. Sorry, I thought you were looking for a chip there. I saw a couple of people post today that they had received their Kickstarter deliveries, which is kind of exciting for those watching. I don't know if you saw anything. I saw a couple of posts on social media, and I also saw a post on YouTube with an unboxing of somebody's Kickstarter arrival. So hopefully we all start getting our emails in the next immediate future, and we all start getting more plastic to paint and play with.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to move trees without knocking down trees, which is a little harder than it actually looks. Over to bulldogs into engagement range.
All right, this last but not least brings up the 2 striker light tanks. Striker light tanks on aggressive if ideal red enemy is activated and within 10. So, and again, is the lowest armor, lowest TMM, which is correct. We have our strikers here, the infantry is here.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to want to ground move towards target, behind it if they can. So the strikers are moving at 10.
Yeah, we can get them in there.
They can get there, but they want cover from as many higher powered enemies that have activated as possible, which would be the Brutus tank.
Yeah.
So and ultimately move closer to the target.
So that's probably a good spot for.
Want to be 1 hex back. So no, he's got a turret, correct?
Yes.
So they don't want to be. They don't want to have line of sight to him.
I'm
so
trying to get him behind the tree.
They're going to try and get closer to them. So you will go 1 here, no line of sight. And probably the other one can tuck into here.
Okay.
Right? And that would take care of those.
Okay, 6 hexes well within the 10.
It's always Friday in Canada. I wish it was always Friday in Canada, Mr. Beeps. I really do. I really, really do. But none of us would get anything done at that point. And the strikers, Henny, are a +2. Yeah.
Yes, tonight on a very special episode of Battletech Aces.
And then that should bring up the Shrek PPC carriers. Sorry, did I forget to... I forgot to designate them on there too, the Shreks. My bad. My bad, my bad. You're up on movement here. Do you have anything left to move?
Just my scorpions. So... So the Scorpions are an 8. They're a slower moving tank than they would appear to be for their size.
Let's move these down. And the Shreks. What are you doing with these Scorpions? Can cover there.
Behind the tree. This other one. You can move through your own troops.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna bring him up here. He doesn't quite have LOS.
Speak up a little louder, honey, when you're talking
Sorry,
about
yeah,
him.
I'm just gonna bring him up there. He doesn't quite have LOS at the moment, unfortunately, but I want him in a position to counter that hunter when it comes around the corner.
Sounds good. Okay, so the Shrek PPC carriers moving last. If they can move behind nearest activated enemy, they stay on aggressive. Answer to that is no, because the Shreks only move 6. There is nothing within 5 or 4 that they can actually get in the back arc of. So they are going to go over to the balance column. If there are any activated enemies within 24, we will stay on balance. That is true. There are multiple enemies within 24. So they are going to want to go to ground, move, which is obvious with a tank, to target that's activated nearest. So Again, it's going to be the lowest TMM, lowest armor. Right now is the default, so they're going to want to move towards the infantry.
Yep.
They want to occupy woods and remain in cover from as many more high-powered enemies as possible.
Okay.
So maybe up to here for that first one.
There.
Yeah,
That's going to give direct line of sight to that Brutus.
that's okay. The Brutus is not more powerful than him.
Oh, it's more powerful than not.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so he can go there, and the other one's just going to probably come straight forward 6, right? Because he's on the backside.
He's kind of out of.
And they are a 1.
Yes, sir.
Cygnus, it is Friday again. Sunday night showdown. Zephyr, how you doing?
Yes, a very special episode of Battletech Friday Night Aces, not on Fridays.
That's right. Well, we didn't get a full game in on Friday, so we're going to play a game tonight, have some fun, order some pizza later, and we'll see how long we can go. Hopefully, Tommy joins us when they're done with their D&D all-day D&D filming session they've been doing, and kind of go from there. Before we get into the first turn of combat here, I've got a question for everybody. Tommy came back from Origins, and he showed up with this disassembled, weird-looking. I don't know what this is. I've been playing for a long time. I don't even know if this is a Battletech miniature. I think it's an old behemoth because this turret actually goes on the top, like so. It is one of the most ungodly things I've ever seen. And it's got a couple of weird cannon arms that go onto the side. Hold it up there so you guys can see it. So if anybody knows what this is, I think it's an old version of the Robotech Behemoth in some capacity.
Yeah, that might actually be the asteroid that inspired.
Yeah,
Matar.
like it's.
I think the closest thing we have in the Battletech universe is probably the Matar, but if anybody knows the Ironwind Metals catalog really well, or the old Ralpartha minis, and can weigh in on whether that is some kind of mutant version of the Orca, the Voltaica, or the Matar.
Almost like a stalker kind of body to it. I'm going to put it over here with the parade of miniatures on the other side of the table. So we will go to the shooting phase here. FedCom, we lost initiative, so we can fire first. For anybody who hasn't seen the new Aces deck played in the last couple of weeks, the latest version of it, the AI is now up to spec, and you no longer have to auto default to the players shooting first, so you can just play naturally based off of initiative. So what do you think we're going to do here, Henny?
Well, I would start trying to clear some of the small units off the board, start getting rid of some of the tanks.
Let's take a look at what the positioning in here is. From the other side of the field here, you can see the Kurita infantry is up on the hill. Mm-hmm. We've got a small conglomerate here of the, go to the top view. It's kind of hard to see this pack. We got our FedCom Federated, our wheeled platoon here. Mm-hmm. We've got a Brutus hiding here. We got a Brutus here. We got a Scorpion, and the other Scorpion's tucked into the woods there.
So I'd be probably trying to put some fire down onto this Hunter here, especially because I have a Scorpion looking right at him, and we have a Brutus that'll have shot with partial cover on.
All right, so we're gonna sweep left to right.
All right.
We'll start with that Brutus.
So we'll start with the Brutus then. Brutus does, I believe, 5 at medium.
5 at medium. So the base, all these guys are base 4, I believe, except for the Mechs. So he's gonna be at 4. He's going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at short range.
Yep.
So 4 6s, no cover.
5 dice hitting on 6s. And I see 2 misses and 1 through armor critical.
Okay, so this is on the first Hunter tank.
Yeah.
First Hunter tank, you said took 3 total?
Takes 3 total, and 1 is a through armor.
Okay, and roll crit. You might have to grab the book there because I didn't grab the chart.
That's an 8, which is a weapon hit. Mm-hmm.
So he no longer shoots at medium or long range.
All right.
Perfect. Next, that's done. We go to First of the Bulldogs.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna fire the striker to finish off that hunter.
Okay.
They're basically side by side. Hopefully, I can finish them off. I got 2 dice coming
Oh,
in.
Strikers in front. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the Scorpion.
or scorpion.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah. 2 dice coming in here. The shots on this should all be the same
Correct.
calculations, except for
2 plus 2. 6. So he's he's on 6.
+2, so we'd be hitting on 6s. You said.
Yep.
So we got 2 hits on him.
That took him out.
So I feel like that's the dead hunter.
Yeah, that's a dead hunter
We
at
may not
this
be
turn.
sitting here as long as Paul thought we would be.
We'll start again.
Yeah, we'll just flip him on his side and he can kind
Oh,
of hang.
Yeah, well, we know he's dead. That's fine. I got him scratched off on the sheet, so
Alright.
I'll pull him off.
Okay, then we'll do the bulldogs up there behind. I think we'll try to go into this gentleman here.
Okay, so you're
Now-
going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to be at medium range. So you're going to be at base 6. 1 for partial cover through the tower is 7. 1 through the trees is 8, and 2 for his movement
Are we
is
not
at
base to
10.
base with the tree?
He's not.
Okay.
The Scorpion is.
Fair.
So you're on, what do we said, 10s there?
Mhm.
You're at 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yep.
Okay. So I've got the bulldog at medium is going to have 2 pairs of dice hitting on 10s. And I got 1 through armor critical and 1 miss.
Okay, and this is on the striker, or the first, that's a striker or a hunter? That's a hunter.
Yeah, hunter.
It's the other hunter. So, 1.
And the other hunter takes a 5, which is no crit.
No crit. There we go.
All right, I'll do the second bulldog.
Second Bulldog here.
We'll do the same thing. And we're going to whiff on both
Pair
of
of
those
misses. Okay.
badly.
So then we'll come over to the Brutus.
Yeah, the Brutus, I think we can put into... Might as well put him into the same target, to be honest. I try to focus fire as much
Yep,
as I
that's
can,
fine.
get things off the field when we can. So that Brutus is going to be a 4.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, do we have any other targets that these guys can shoot at? Can he? He has no other... He can fire at the Shrek PPC carrier.
Yes, he can.
The
absolutely.
infantry can shoot at the hunter. No line of sight, but yes. There.
Yep.
There. Here, no shot, but here he can turret and fire over at the Shrek.
At the Shrek as well.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't I do the... I'll do the 2 Brutuses at the Shrek first, then.
Mhm.
So for the both of the Brutuses, they're going to be at medium range, which gives them 5 pairs of dice.
4, 6, 7 for partial cover. 1 for him is 8.
8s. So 5 dice hitting on 8s on Shrek 1. I am throwing
Lots of 6s. I
through
guess.
armor
Yeah.
criticals like you would not believe tonight. All right, so that's 1 hit. That's a miss. 2 hits. That's 4 total hits, Paul.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Sorry, I lost a pair of dice. That's 3 total hits.
Yep.
And 1 is a through armor critical.
Okay, and the critical is
The through armor is a 9, which is the other no crit slot. So I'm
Nice.
throwing lots of through armor criticals that are doing absolutely nothing.
the
And I
magic
might as well-
bullet is not doing anything.
Yeah, I might as well
Second one?
follow up with a repeat second verse, same as the first.
Spare with me 1 second.
Well, guys, I just whiffed like you would not believe. Hitting on 8s, I rolled none of the 5 dice.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Some of the D&D guys were asking questions. They're kind of trying to maybe raid our game here in a bit. Okay, so that is the 2 Brutuses. We got
Yep.
the other Scorpion. It's going to fire over there.
We have the other Scorpion is targeting...
The Shrek. Might as well keep pounding on that Shrek.
Yeah, if the Scorpion can see it, we'll try and dump 2 more dice into the Shrek.
Yeah, you can see him clear line of sight. Laser pointers here, or as Tex calls it, the small laser. I believe that's a straight line, a straight
Small
shot.
laser text, that would be a targeting laser.
It's a straight shot.
That's straight up the tag laser. Come on now, that's the infantry tag laser.
So you're going to be at 4, 6, 7s, right?
Yes, sir, and I just got 1 7 and 1 11.
There we go. So you took 2, so that is on the Shrek. So you got 2 hits, roll critical, one into structure.
And that is a 5, which is the no crit slot once
There we go.
again. That seems to be my favorite spot to roll for tonight.
All right. Infantry
Yeah, infantry. I think these two will
at the
probably
hunter.
dump into the hunter that
Yep.
I have slightly wounded. So our infantry aren't going to do a ton of damage, guys, because they're, oh yes, infantry.
You can roll all three of them at the same time.
All right.
Just roll different
So
colors.
they're going to be one at short. So I'm going to roll all 3 sets.
So you're going to be at 4, 5, 7s.
5 sevens.
Only 2 of them can hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he can.
I think the other infantry can shoot the Shrek, though, right?
They're short range only.
Oh, okay. So on 7s for 2.
All right, 7s for 2, so that's 1 hit on the hunter.
1 hit, so he's got 1 armor left.
All right, and I believe that concludes shooting for the FedCom side.
All right, so we will start with the AI. AI lowest on the initiative order is the Hunter Light Tanks. So they want to target anything within 6. So that would be the priority of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Brutus would be included in this. Anything that they can shoot in the back, which is nothing, and then referring to yellow on the command list. Yellow off the commander's card is highest armor, highest medium damage, lowest TMM. So logically speaking here, the 2 hunters are going to fire at the Brutus, being within 6. Okay, so they are a base of 4. Range modifier is nil. The Brutus went for 1 is 5, and we do have partial cover from the guard tower in between, putting it up to 6. So the hunters at short range do 2 dice of damage each. I'll roll them individually, red and black for Kirita. On 6s for the first hunter, which is here. Hit and hit.
All right.
So it's 2 points to the first Brutus. And the second one, which is here, I'm knocking out trees like Henny. On 6s, I missed with 1 and hit one. So he took 3 points in total.
All right. 3 points marked down on the Brutus.
Okay.
And I'm glad to see somebody else taking my title as Galactus Destroyer of Worlds.
That's right. And we will now go to the infantry. Infantry are next on the list. So infantry want to prioritize within a zone of 6. Okay, so they have lots within their 6. A target that is in base-to-base contact, which is not true because they're here. They don't have any targets within base-to-base. A target that's been attacked by an ally this turn, so they can see, all 3 units can see the Brutus, and that's where they're going to go.
So for the back 2 units,
Yep.
the only thing they have in 6.
Only 6, so he can't reach them there.
No.
So only 1 can reach.
Yes, this one. Here
So
should be
the first one is going to fire at the Brutus, and then the second 2 are going to continue down their conditions. Something with no armor, which doesn't exist there, and then lowest structure, which would obviously be the infantry in front of them, right? So with they have 1 set of dice, so we'll go with the 2 infantry on the infantry. Okay, they're going to be at base 4, 5 for partial cover, 1 for the infantry's move is 6, and then 1 for them being infantry is 7. So on 7s, we got 1 point of damage to the. Well, these are on the first guy.
Yep.
Okay. And then the last one on the Brutus tank, it's going to be on. He's at short range still. It's going to be at 4, 5, 6 for partial cover. 6, yeah, 6 is for partial cover, and hit for 1 point of damage on the Brutus.
Okay. Brutus is taking a beating.
All right, and next on the list we have the Striker light tanks. The Strikers, starting within a zone of 24, anything that they can shoot in the back, which would be nothing, and then they want to go to red on the command list. Red on the command list, again, is the lowest TMM, lowest armor. So the Striker here has no line of sight, so it's irrelevant, but this Striker here is going to fire at this infantry. Okay, so they're going to be at base 4, 2 for the infantry, so 1 puts it at 5, 1 for the fact that their infantry puts it to 6, and then he's got partial cover would be 7.
Now, if that is the standard Striker that we've ruled out over there, it actually would have an indirect fire of 1. If it's
Oh,
the
yes.
variant,
No, it is the. It does not have. It's the. It does have IF1. It does have IF1. We'll get to him in a minute.
Yep.
So, we said 7s for the striker, and he's going to be on 2s against the infantry.
Oof.
It's a pair of hits with a critical.
Yep. Not that you can really throw
I don't
armor
know if he
crit
can
at
really
infantry,
critical,
and you
whatever,
can't.
it's fine. So he takes 2 points. I think that kills him anyway, isn't it?
Nope.
Nope, not quite.
They have 4 points of armor and 1 point of structure.
There we go. Critical. 7, nothing. There's no crit.
There's no crits for
There's
infantry.
no crits on them. There we go. Okay, so now the second striker tank, because the variant is not using the missile boat, it's not going to fire indirect this turn.
Okay.
Okay, it's because it's I'm using as a striker.
Okay.
Okay, so that is done. And last but not least, we have the Shrek PPC carriers. So within a zone of 6, is there anything within 6 of the one that has a line of sight? The answer to that is
No.
close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, by 1. Okay, into 24. Anything you can shoot in the back, there's no condition that can meet that. Anything with no armor, none of that infantry got stripped, right?
Okay.
So lowest TMM, which would be the
Infantry.
infantry and the Brutus are tied.
Mhm.
Who's got no cover? That would be the Brutus.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. All right. So the Shrek PPC carrier attacking at medium range with 3 sets of dice is going to be at 4, 6, 1 for the tank. This movement is 7s. On 7s, we got 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. So that is through the Brutus's armor. So you're going to roll me 1 critical, Paul.
4.
That is a 4. 4, if I recall correctly, is going to be fire control, but we can double check that
Books over there.
real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm going to reset the deck since the turn is now officially over.
I'm usually very good at having these things memorized. Unfortunately, the 2 that I constantly flip back and forth are the engine and the fire control.
Let's check the chat while you're looking that up. What terrain pieces are being used for the buildings and hills? All custom stuff today, guys. I'm not sure that this was like some sort of generic sci-fi terrain. We got a little bit of stuff from I'm drawing a blank on it. I will answer you in a few minutes. It's Hardware Studios. As Henny goes to the crit on a 4.
Oh, there we go. Crit on a 4 is fire control. I was
Fire control.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it right for once.
That is the turn. We will clear off all the movement chips for the turn. And we will go to initiative. You're going to grab all these Cretan chips here. I'm just going to throw them
Yes,
on that
I
side of the
am. That's
board.
my place if we had to refer to the table again.
There we go. All right. Go to initiative. 11 for the Cretans.
I got an 8, which would normally be a pretty good initiative roll.
All right. This turn we are bringing the mechs in, but before we do go to that, I want to meet the conditions here. First off, this tank has been destroyed.
Yep. Say goodbye to our friend the hunter.
All right. So on the commander decks, they now react to the game state. So at the end of the turn, we have to check and see if there's conditions that are met. If they are, then we will change cards within the commander deck. So the commander will begin changing its priority and its influence on the units under its control. So if your objective is complete, no. If there is an enemy in your rear arc, no. If there are any enemies with no armor,
There's 1.
the Brutus, yes. And if you've lost a greater PV worth of units this turn, so we're going to go to that priority. It's going to go to C. So I'm going to flip over to card C here. Okay. You coming in? We'll come back. You're going to be up all night anyways. Come in and say hi to everybody. Tommy's saying hi to everybody here. He's got his backpack on. We got some new people in here tonight. Slink's here. We got Zephyr, Cygnus, Mr. Beeps, Arvin. We got Negtheris. We got some new people from Australia land. No, I haven't looked through them yet. I know you have goodies in there. I was going to steal some of them. Yeah, I'll paint them. Yeah, they're nice.
Those are goodies from Catalyst Game Labs they gave me.
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, you almost
Well,
lost your Black Knight.
we did pose this question to everybody. That
Put the arms on.
I know we did. We did. It's the bizarrest looking thing of all time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
So
it's the Destroid, the
It's the so
monster,
this is
behemoth.
not something. Where to go now? Yeah, so I found there was a box of miniatures that were donated to the round table. They were mostly Warhammer minis that were donated, but then in the box of just old metal stuff, this thing showed up, and yeah, so it is a Randall recognized it immediately, and he told me what it was, and I can't remember now. It's something that it's not. I thought it was a Marauder, but it's like a.
it's the behemoth, I think.
No, it's not a behemoth. It's something else. It's like a. Oh, Josh knows what it is.
But anyways, Tommy is hopefully going to come
Matar?
back, and when he comes back, he's going to be bringing us pizza.
I have to go all the way to the other side of well. I have 3 pieces of veggie pizza you can have right now.
I don't want your veggie pizza. We want real pizza. We'll order real pizza. We're having the Battletech pajama party tonight. All right, so we're doing initiative. Fedcoms are up to
Yep.
go.
Original battle droid.
Original battle droid is what this is, yes.
It was one of the canonized. It is an old Ralph Partha Mech.
A non-canonized battle droid.
Interesting.
That's probably called the Trojan Horse.
No, it's a really weird name. Rather than tell me the name,
Well, we'll get that. Henny, go ahead and move while we try to figure this out. I don't know if anybody else has responded there in the chat while we were talking. The guys on the chat are thinking you lucked into a behemoth, like I said, because you got to remember the original Battle Droids game. They were taking Macross and all the old school anime, right? And the behemoth is from Macross. That's just a weird looking version of it, but that's what the behemoth has. Like if you see the behemoth, the new sculpt behemoth, it's over here, right?
Yeah,
It's the blue one in the middle of the board, right?
It looks like it.
Yeah,
I figure we'll bottle the tanks up in there by moving our
that's fine.
infantry out
That's fine.
because you can move through your friendlies, you cannot move through your enemies.
So 213 is first for the Aces deck, which is the Striker light tanks. So the Strikers, unaggressive. A unit has armor less than an enemy with a greater damage rating. You'll stay on aggressive. That is no. So we are going to go to balance. If there are any enemies within 30, correct. They want to ground move towards target yellow. First within 10. So what's within 10 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 different units. So we're going to go to yellow. Yellow on this condition with the commander card is lowest TMM, lowest move. So they are going to go towards the infantry.
Okay.
And as they do that, they want to remain within 6 of an ally if possible. And they want to get to within medium range as they move closer to the target.
All right, so this one here that's penned in, I guess, can go to here.
Yep.
And that's about the only place he can go.
So you'll have partial cover shot from the tanks.
Yep, and then he's base to base with my infantry. And then this one back here, he wants to get as
He moves
close.
10. He might
Yeah.
loop around the other side. Or loop all the way around. Can he loop all the way around?
Oh, yeah. So he can come in back here if he
Can he
wants.
come around the backside so he has cover? No, back. Loop
Oh,
around.
this back, sorry.
And this is why we call Henny Galactus. As you guys can see,
I have lost a lot of weight. At least they no longer stick to my belly. It's just my hands knocking them over.
Henny has killed more pretend rainforests than paper mills.
I can get him to there where they'll have a shot with partial.
Yeah, that's fine.
Best thing
Yeah,
I can do. For
that's
it,
what
I
they
think,
want.
at this
He
point.
does not want to be exposed in his movement to 2 units there, right? Especially back shots. So those are going to be they are 2s.
Yep.
And we go to the Fedcoms. So hey, how's Davey Mark? How you doing, buddy? The 2 most valuable production battle mech minis are the Battle Droid Behemoth and the Infocom lamb. Of course it's the lamb.
The lamb.
Of course it's the lamb.
Don't let Red hear that. We'll have more technical difficulties.
Okay. Fed an inspection. I'd give $300 in cash on the spot. You lucked out.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's a really good thing.
You can just donate it to the channel, and he'll put it in the mail for you.
It's my Mech. I'll figure it out.
Have a good night, Thomas.
Good night, Tommy.
All right. So what are we doing here? You're moving the Brutus?
Yeah, he's tore up and he's got a fire control, so he's got to get in short of somebody or he's going to be useless.
352, 284. Next on the movement phase is going to be their crab.
I'll bring the Brutus into here, I guess.
No, one hex over. This way. Not this. There.
Oh, the tree.
The
Sorry.
tree hit.
All right, so we're moving one Brutus or two?
You got to move both.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
So the second Brutus is going to... You want to try and give it partial cover
Yeah. I was
into
kinda thinking
there, but who's it got line of sight to? Oh yeah, it's got line of sight
He'd
to
have
everything.
line of sight to this guy that's not moving, and
Yeah.
then, yeah, if that
See?
Shrek wants to tangle with him
He
still.
swings in. That's cool. You got cover support up here.
Mhm.
So we're going to go to the crab on the first sort of light. If there is an ideal red that is activated and the unit can move within 16. So red in this instance, going to the commander card, is going to be lowest TMM, highest point value.
It's the Brutus.
So the Brutuses have moved, okay?
Mhm.
Now, if there's one of the two of them that has lower structure, which is the damaged one, that's the one they're going to move towards in priority, okay?
Yep.
So, that said, they want to, move towards target, occupy woods if possible, cover from as many greater enemies as possible.
Okay.
Okay. And the crab moves 10.
Yeah, if he gets to here, he would have partial cover on the Brutus.
Yep, that's fine. And he's
I-
got what else? What is he's got nobody else in his line of sight. Can this Brutus see him?
Oh, sorry. That Brutus would be. I'd have to check with the laser pointer. It's either going to be no shot or shot with partial, so he would at least have cover.
So
That Brutus is going to be no shot. That one probably would be shot with partial.
so this is no shot.
That one's no shot.
Okay, so that's fine. That's the damaged one here, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
So move him up here.
And that's the crab. Why can't I find a behemoth in a random box? I find stuff like fossilized cat barf.
Nice.
I understand your predicament there, Davey. I understand it. I've never found any. Well, no, I'll retract that.
Pierce doesn't
Playing
stop
Magic,
barfing long enough to
playing Magic for a long time, having boxes of cards. Yeah, I've found valuable stuff in the past, but not mechs wise. All right, so Fedcom, who's moving?
I think we'll bring the Valkyrie onto the board. Maybe get him. I would say, can we get him back in there where he has cover behind
Does
the
he
tree?
move 12?
Yeah, he moves 12.
You want him here?
I'm more meant from back here, but
Well, put him here. Get him into the fight. He doesn't
Alright.
need to see anything. You can go right here. No,
Sure.
no one has line of sight on him, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Comes back in here. No one's got line of sight. He can indirect fire, and he's a 2.
he is a 2.
There we go. All right, next to the AI. 352 is the next lowest, so that is going to be the the hunter. The hunter, if there is any activated enemies within 24 and no unactivated enemies within 12, and this unit has no line of sight to all enemies stand still. That is not the case. So he's going to go over to balanced. Oh, so what they're doing there with, so you guys understand what I'm reading there, on the new missile boat cards, things like archers and catapults will have a tendency to stay where they are if they are behind cover and just keep indirect firing at things. Okay. In this case, he's out in the open, so he's pretty much blocked in. He's not really going to be able to go anywhere here. He might be able to move one hex backwards.
He can move, yes, if he'd like even a 1 hex.
Yeah,
backwards.
so under balance, if there are any activated enemies within 24 and no activated enemies within 12, incorrect. So now he's going to go to cautious, right? Which would make sense here because he is surrounded.
Mhm.
So under cautious, they want to try to get no line of sight to all enemies and no activated within 16, occupy woods and move away from the target. So it can't occupy woods,
Nope.
but it can move away from the target. So it's going to
Go
move
back
into
one.
that back. It's just going to back it up into that
Yep.
ravine there. Okay.
Mhm.
And that was the missile boat, and we'll go to the Fed comms.
I'm like making such a mess of these minis as we're moving them around the center of the board. This is, I believe, once again, why they call me Galactus.
All right. So what are we gonna move here? The Scorpions probably.
Scorpion is one option. The other thing I was thinking about was bringing the Marauder up around the back hill to provide
Wait.
some
Well,
fire
we
support.
we lost initiative. They have 3 mechs still to move.
Yeah, fair.
Moving our. Let's try to keep our mechs closest to the back end of the initiative order here. But we can position those Scorpions. I wouldn't even do that. Scorpions you can fire indirectly, right?
No.
No,
These
oh, they're
these are
SRMs.
SRM turrets, yeah.
Um,
They're usually an AC5. These ones
their
are
infantry have not
SR6.
moved yet. Their infantry move
6.
like almost last. Like their infantry move like second from the end.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking we moved our infantry yet, correct? We moved our infantry and our Brutuses. Let's move our 2 Bulldogs.
Okay.
We can even
We can even no move the 2 Bulldogs, or at least one of them.
let's move them over here so we have a fire lane, right? Give one here like partial cover, like so, and like so. Right? And they're both a 1, right?
Yeah.
Let's put a 1 between the two of
You
them.
want him up against the tree?
Well, he's behind the tree anyways, right? So that's fine. They got no tree here, only this. Anybody firing at him, the Shrek comes around the corner, which I really don't think it's going to. It's gonna.
It was the Shrek I was thinking of back here coming.
You know, he might try to come through and fire, but he's got the tree. He's got to fire through the tree to hit him, right? So, next on the list is going to be for the AI 431 number is the Juggernaut, which would be the King Crab. So, if there are any activated targets which are under the precipice of yellow on the commander card, the commander card being lowest TMM, lowest move, that would be the
infantry.
The lowest TMM, lowest move would be the infantry. Yep, and the highest starting armor. So it's still going to default to the infantry because it wins that first. Then they are going to. You can't see them, right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. And a unit occupies woods or occupies level 1 water doesn't mean so he's coming out of aggressive because none of those conditions are met because he can't do it. He's going to go to balanced. If there are any enemies within 24, which is yes, he's going to go to ground target, which is the infantry that have activated that are within 18, and I believe they are within 18. If it doesn't, then it defaults to 24.
18.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter. If it had gone to the next zone, it would have been 24, and they still would have been the priority, right?
Enough.
So he wants to move towards a target, occupying woods if possible, staying out of powerful fire arcs. So wants to stay out of the arcs of these 2 tanks or any mechs if they were there.
Yeah.
All right. So the King Crab moves believe is 6.
Yeah, you can move a whole whopping 6. That doesn't give him a lot of cover, but it does keep him out of the fire arcs of almost everything on the.
And you can see the infantry.
And you can see the infantry.
That's fine.
Otherwise, I can bring him up and we can use him as indirect fire.
Good evening, Phoenix. How you doing tonight? All right, so, and he will be a 1. You got a token for him there. We'll go to the Fed comms. The Fed comms. Okay, so they've moved one of their mechs. So they have a Locust and a Marauder left to move, correct?
Yes, sir.
Maybe move that Rifleman
Okay.
up onto this hill here. Act as a, give it partial cover, and it's got a full line of sight onto the valley there, at least until all this big
You can get
firefight's
back
done.
into this little hole there too. That would be a good little sniper position.
I don't think he can. He can't come around this way. He has to come in through the
Okay.
gates, right? So
Oh, okay.
he moves what, 8?
Yep. It's a rifle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he can get there, but if he goes here, he goes 1, 2, 5, 7, 8.
Okay.
He's got partial cover.
Mhm.
He's up on the rock, and he's a +1, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we go to the first sort of light. First sort of light next is 617 on the initiative number, which would be the Locust. The Locust, under aggressive, if there is an ideal yellow, again, yellow being lowest TMM, lowest move, that is activated and that unit can move behind it. Close.
So that would be.
Does it have enough movement to move behind it? I'm not saying move behind it. It just needs to meet these conditions first.
Sorry. We'd be here, so he'd be behind that group of infantry.
So then he'll stay on aggressive. So he's going to go ground to activated yellow. Keep it within line of sight. Okay. Can't move behind the target. It wants to stay out of as many enemy arcs as possible. Occupy woods and stay clear of the Brutuses.
So probably back here or back here.
Back there would probably be the better of the two if it can make it. You're gonna have to count it out though, right? 16 to there. And he's got line of sight to the infantry. He's got line of sight to the Brutus.
Brutus that can shoot at him. It's the
Okay,
Brutus
is
that's
there
got
partial?
that
Is there
guard
Is there partial cover?
No.
No, then that's not what he's going to want to do. He wants to stay out of as many firing arcs as possible. So behind the, he's going to move behind the Shrek. That would make the most sense.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So that is the Locust done. Go to the FedComs. Phoenix, you're painting tonight? Your Merc company. Nice. What are you painting? What Merc company are you painting up? What's your color scheme? What are you looking for?
The laser point
Laser point
turret
here.
that's right next to me. My bad. Yeah, okay. We're good. You can get line of sight there.
Okay, so what are we moving here?
So now we're on to the FedComs again.
So they have one mech to move. It's the Crab. The Crab's only going to get about to...
No, it's
oh,
the
sorry.
Marauder.
Or the Marauder. The Marauder's only going to get to about the halfway up that building, or the
Yep.
generator, right?
Yep.
So let's move our Battle Master in now.
Okay.
Right? And Battle Master moves 8, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just get him right up in there.
Yeah, that's makes sense to me.
Boom, and he is a 1. And we will go to the AI. AI is now moving on 716, which is the infantry. So the infantry, if there are any activated enemies within 8, remain on aggressive. That is correct. It wants the nearest, and it wants to be able to get behind the target if possible while maintaining as much cover it can from all active enemies around it. So
It's not maintaining any cover that way, but
that's one of them, right?
yeah.
That's not maintaining cover though. But what it can they, these two? They move 6, right?
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's in the back arc, so they can't be shot. Oh, he's got a turret, but that's right.
Yeah.
That would not give it cover from anything. But if they went up here, at least they got. There's no line of sight because this isn't going to interfere with it from there. This hasn't moved yet. So if they moved up here, at least they got partial cover from.
Okay. And then what?
And they still have.
Last guy?
And then the last guy, logically speaking, probably
Just up where one of them are.
in front of.
Okay.
All right, up the hill and down it. and then
Yeah.
yeah, to there,
Hmm.
and then those two, one on each side of that. There you go. And the infantry are tucked in. We'll put that tree back in there. We're good, and we'll go to the Fed comms.
Yes, please
So they are
excuse
a
the
1.
Henny defoliation service.
They are a 1.
Yes. So the FedCom have the 2 Scorpions left to move, and the Marauder. The Marauder is not going to be able to do too much in terms of where we're going to be able to position it. And the only thing they have left on the board for them is also a Marauder. I would almost say we can move him up in Battle Buddy with the Battle Master.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here.
Yeah, something along those lines.
We'll bring them in. And he's a
Sounds
1
good.
as well,
yeah,
right?
they might as well share TMM since I don't think we have enough ones.
Oh, I got it. Just another one sitting right here beside it. Cool. And we're going to go to the AI. AI is down to 2 units, and the next one to go is the Marauder.
Yes, sir.
So under aggressive, if there are any activated enemies within 18, close.
18.
Okay,
Just
and there
18
are
from
no
the-
unactivated enemies within 6.
That's
No,
correct.
so he's
he
coming
meets
off
both of
aggressive. He's
those.
going to go to balanced. So
He
there.
meets both of those.
Hmm?
He does meet both of those.
Who's on it? Which unactivated is within 6 enemy?
Didn't it say if there's none? Sorry, I might have misheard you. My apologies.
Oh, sorry. There are no activated within 6. Yeah, he's going to stay on aggressive. Sorry, you're correct. So he's going to go ground to line of sight activated blue. Blue being lowest starting armor.
Okay.
So that's not what his current is, but what there was. And then highest TMM. So lowest starting armor would be the infantry. That's
Yep.
going to be the first condition.
Mm-hmm.
That's within 12. There's nothing within 12. Then it goes to 18. The infantry are right at 18, so that meets it on the zone. So when it moves towards the enemy, it's going to want to be in as few of enemy arcs as possible, with cover from as many enemies as possible. Occupy woods if it can.
Okay. So he wants to be within occupied woods, and he can go 8, right?
Yes. If it can.
Okay, get to woods.
Cover is also as good as woods.
8. If he goes here, I think he can see infantry, but has.
He doesn't have to see them. He has to move towards them.
Well, he can see them from there, though, too.
Yeah, he doesn't have to see them. All he has to do is to move towards them. He's going to make a smart move towards them, right?
Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. So
I'll just reread that, though, just to be on the safe side. No, he wants line of sight to the target.
he doesn't want it, so that would be the one right here. Not be this one right over here. So he will have shots on the infantry. I think the only thing that might have a shot on him will be the Brutus. Everything else is going to be well covered.
Which is fine. And he's a 1, right?
And he is a 1.
Here, I'll take that one. I got the 1 chip between those two.
We have our Red Hunter Marauder moving up.
All right, so Fed comms. We have left to move our 2 Scorpions,
Yep.
and then they have their
2 Shreks.
2 Shreks to move. So those Scorpions, want to try and wheel them around behind the infantry and get rid of the infantry now?
Infantry killers, yeah.
Yeah, the rest are armed tanks, right? So let's shred them. So Phoenix, you're working on your own mercs. The Blue Star Legion, not to be confused with the Blue Star Regulars. What are the accent colors on those, Phoenix?
Sorry, Paul.
All right, we got that done, and they are a 2, I believe, those guys?
They are 1s.
They're 1s?
They're only an 8. They are basically a worse version of the Vedette, except these ones are modified with SRMs instead of AC5s.
Just put an upside down chip is fine. And we go to their Shreks, and the Shreks are, last but not least, on aggressive. If there is an ideal red that's activated and the unit can move behind it, there's nothing they can move behind. They move 6 or 3. They move
6.
They move
They're
6. He
slow
might be able to
boys.
get behind the So activated red in this instance is lowest TMM, lowest point value. So no. They're going to go to balanced. If there is an ideal red that is activated, that is correct. So they want to go ground to line of sight. So red in this instance is going to be the Brutus tank.
Yep.
Okay. Occupy woods or cover from target and stay in as few of enemy arcs as possible while moving closer to the target.
Well, it's not technically moving closer, but he could go here. That would cover most of his.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. I'm fine with that. And he's got cover. He's
And
behind the
then
tree.
This one.
He can almost replace his position.
Yeah, he can almost replace his buddy.
Now, in this instance, hold on. In this instance, his priority target's going to be the tank up here.
This one?
Yes, because that's where his
Okay.
line of sight is, right? So, that tank would meet the criteria because no one know.
Yep.
Okay. So,
We would just
occupy
move
woods,
him
cover
into
from
here.
cover versus target, and as few enemy arcs as possible. He's gonna move behind that. Yes.
Yeah. Right, base to base,
There you
so
go.
that he benefits but does not pay for the cover cost of that tree.
Perfect. All right, so we go to the firing phase. FedComs will fire first since we lost initiative. Base color of the mechs is blue, and parts of the upper torso are accented in bright gold.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Well, I'm thinking based on where they are, we're going to obviously have this infantry do a base to base. The Brutus, I would probably put into the Shrek, only because that Brutus is having the fire control hit is basically a skill 6, so we really don't want to be messing around with any kind of medium range shot. You're not going to have a great chance with him.
Yeah.
So I would probably just dump him in right here. That infantry can go base to base. This one I can dump into the Shrek depending on how much damage it takes from the Brutus. If the Brutus manages to get it close to stripped, then it'll be worth putting the infantry in it. Otherwise, they're probably better keeping on the light tanks.
Okay. Well, start away with your shots here. What are you going to start with first?
So I'll do the Brutus first. We'll try to go basically right to left. So I'll do that Brutus first. We are short range to the Shrek. I have 5 sets of dice going into him. It will be on 7s because of his 6.
So he's at 4, ranges.
Short.
So 4, 0,
Nothing.
nothing, movement, and trees.
Fire control hit.
And fire control hit, so 7s.
Yeah. So 8s if we're calling that tree.
Yeah.
All right, so 8s then.
Slide your dice tray up a little bit onto the screen there. There we go.
All right, well, that is 1 hit. That is 1 hit. All right, that's how we're rolling dice today.
So 1 hit on the
Yeah.
Brutus. That's the damage Brutus as well.
That's the damage Shrek.
Or Shrek, sorry. Roll critical.
That is a 3, which would be the one we just missed a moment ago, I believe, with the fire control, which should be that should be an engine hit. So engine hit.
Engine hit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next.
All right, next we'll do this infantryman into the hunter that is base to base with because I want the anti-mech attack.
Yep.
As always, I mean, the primary reason you want to use infantry or battle armor or anything of the sort is for those swarm attacks. So when you're base to base, you get an automatic through armor critical if you hit.
Correct.
So I'm gonna roll him on the striker there.
So hold on, we're gonna call out what he needs first.
I will call out what he needs. My apologies. So we are skill 4. He moved for 2, means I need a 6 to hit. And I've rolled a 7, which means we have hit him.
Perfect. And this is on.
This is on
the striker or the hunter.
Striker.
That's a striker.
Yeah, the hunter's the one in the back.
Okay, so it's striker 1.
And it's a 4, which is going to be a fire control hit on striker 1.
Okay. Next.
All right. This Shrek you said is through its armor, right?
The first Shrek, the damaged one, yes.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna
got
put
2
my
internal structure points left.
I'm gonna put my other 2 infantry into him then.
Okay.
We might get to see some infantry kill a tank, which is always fun.
So what do we got?
We are skill 4 for both of them. We have 1 tree for cover, and we have a TMM 1 for the Shrek, which means 6s to hit. I'm gonna roll them both at the same time.
Okay.
And that is gonna be 1 hit.
1 hit, so roll critical, as he's down to 1 structure.
And that is a 9, which is that no crit spot again.
There we go.
I keep loading.
Okay, so that's the infantry done. What else do we have left
That
over
is
here?
the infantry done. Then we have the Marauder back here. We have the Battle
Let's
Master.
finish these guys off up here first.
We have that Brutus right there.
So the Brutus to... What else can see that Shrek that's got 1 point left? Yes?
What else can see the Shrek that has 1 point left? Probably the Bulldog up on the hill there.
So pump them with the Bulldog first.
Yeah,
Let's
so-
eliminate units one at a time.
Absolutely. So this Bulldog here, we're going to be able to shoot with partial cover through the tree
Yep.
and partial cover through the
Yep.
tower
Yep.
there. His TMM is going to be a 1, and we are at medium range. So we are 4 plus 2 for medium plus 1 for the cover. We're hitting on 9s.
9, there you go.
2 sets of dice. That is 1 hit, which would have been a through armor critical that we don't need.
There we go. So that Shrek is done next turn.
All right. Then we have... I would say we'll do this Brutus into that striker that took the hit there.
Mhm.
So he's going to be 5 dice. He is a skill 4. He is firing through a point of cover, and that is a skill... Or that is a 2-move unit, so we are hitting on 7s.
7s, fire
5
away.
sets of dice. Hopefully I roll a little better.
You want 4 points of damage here.
So I got 1, 2. I got it. I got exactly 4 points of damage there.
There you go. So he's been destroyed.
Perfect. All right. So then we have this hunter back here. I'm going to see the Marauder and the... We can go into that Shrek with these 2 coming up.
We got any other vehicles left to shoot? Let's finish this over here, and then we'll pump up. We'll beat up on that Shrek.
Yeah. He can shoot the hunter, and so can the Valkyrie, and so can the rifleman. Otherwise, we have the 2 scorpions going into the
So
infantry.
all this done. So it's the scorpions.
He's not done.
He's not done?
Him, and the scorpions.
Okay, so who is he going to shoot at?
So that Brutus is, or sorry, that Brutus we just finished. You're right. My apologies.
Yeah.
He's the one that's not done.
He's not done, so he can
So
see the Shrek.
The Shrek is dead.
Shrek is dead.
So the hunter in here is probably...
He can see the hunter, and yeah, the hunter's only got 1 armor left, and then 2 internals. Yeah, so fire at that hunter.
All right.
So you're going
So-
to be at 4. You're at medium range or short? It's close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're at short range.
Okay.
So you're going to be at 4. He's got partial cover is 5. You got a tree in the way is 6. You got his movement of 1.
His movement is 2.
His 2 is 8s.
Yes. I don't know if I had it on there.
Yep.
Okay, I did.
So 3 dice on 8s.
2 dice on
2 dice
this.
on 8s.
That is 1 hit.
There's 1 hit.
So he is stripped now, but not deceased.
That is correct. He's got 2 internal structure points left. All right,
Alright.
Scorpions.
Scorpions are going to probably both go on that infantry stand
Okay.
there.
So they're going to
So
go
we have
infantries 2 and 3.
So we're short range on both of them.
Mhm.
And they're both 2 pairs of dice. So Shrek 1, we're going to be going into him. We are skill 4. Infantry is 2 automatically for that weird infantry bonus that they get.
Yep.
And there is, I'm going to say, partial cover from the hillside.
Correct.
So we are 7s. 2 pairs of dice.
You're firing at the first or second infantry stand.
This one back here.
Back one, so it's number 3. Okay.
So we whiffed on that one, and then this one
Second one.
is almost clear. I don't know if we want to even give that hillside.
From here.
This one.
This one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
So 6s then. And that is going to be 1 hit. Didn't matter anyway because it was an
Okay.
11. So 1 hit on that infantry stand.
So to our mechs now, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's all our vehicles fired, all our infantry have fired. So far, we have taken out a striker and a Shrek PPC carrier this turn.
Mhm.
So
And
Yeah.
a hunter. We're collecting creative vehicles one at a time.
Yeah. Well, the hunter was last turn, right? So that's a striker there, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Mm,
I really hate calling
Shrek, Shrek,
discount Negan, so it's
Shrek.
just an automatic.
Let's let's start here with the rifleman firing at this Shrek. Let's see how much damage we can do to this.
Yep.
With as least number of mechs as possible, and then take out that striker with one of these two if we can, if this has been destroyed already.
All right.
Let's try it that way, right? Plus
Okay.
we have the Valkyrie, right?
Yes, the Valkyrie can do indirect, or the Valkyrie can direct target.
But who do we
if see
want?
something.
Well, you know what? You don't want to add a modifier to any of these three because none of these guys can spot.
Mhm.
They've already shot, right? So, it's okay that the Valkyrie doesn't fire this turn. Not a big deal.
I think the Val can see infantry though.
Oh yeah, he can actually. He can see the infantry.
The
up
one
on
we've
the
been
hill.
shooting that last.
So let's
stand at.
start with him. A cheap shot at the infantry.
Okay.
He's going to be at medium range, so he's going to be at base 3, 5 for medium range.
Yes, all our mechs are skill.
Yeah,
threes.
all the mechs on the board are skill 3. So 3, 5. They went for 1 is 6, 1 for infantry is 7, 1 for partial cover is 8.
Yeah, with 2 pairs of dice. We're gonna try this again. That is another 11 and another miss.
So you strip their armor,
All right.
and they're down to 1 point of structure. Okay, so let's start with the rifleman up here on the hill.
Okay.
At the Shrek, right? He's going to be at medium range. He's going to be at base 3, 5 for range. Woods is 6. Partial cover is 7. 1 for his move is 8.
Yeah. So we are right back to 8s. So this rifleman does 3 damage at medium range. Once again, guys, this is the Brawler Rifleman, the 10C, 2 medium lasers, and 2 AC-10s. One of my actually preferred variants to run in Classic for a 30-25 mech.
It's a rifleman, not a rifle boy. This
Pretty
is the
much.
full-size miniature.
Yes, he does not have the stumpy legs. And
Reroll
I'm
your
gonna reroll
black
the,
skin,
yeah. Oh, okay. So I rerolled
Yeah,
that
you
one.
shouldn't have had the
boxcar.
reroll. That's fine. So Shrek 2 takes how many?
Shrek 2 is going to take 2 points, one of which is a through armor.
You've rolled 2 through armor criticals each turn. No, you rolled 3 last turn. You rolled 5 already.
Yeah, but I'm hitting no critical slot on them every time.
So roll crit.
Let's, hey, look, the no critical slot.
There you go. Perfect. All right, so he's got 2 armor structure, 2 armor and 4 structure left. What's our Battlemaster Marauder do? Let's be cagey about this.
Okay, so your Marauder is going to be the 5D, so that's a 4-4-2, and your Battlemaster is the 1G, that's a 3-3-1.
So we went the 4-4-2 to fire at him right now.
Yep.
So they're both going to fire at them ultimately because he has more armor points or health than we have.
But I got a better chance of getting him stripped, which means more crits.
That's correct. Yeah.
So we're going to dump that Marauder in there. We are
Medium range.
we're just outside of short range. He has
And just for people watching, knowing too, when we're counting here, because we're playing Alpha Strike on hexes, we do not count the hex the mech is standing in or the target is standing in. We're like measuring base to base. Only the hex is in between. Okay.
just saves playing tape measure tag
Yeah.
sometimes, and I really prefer this honestly with the terrain. When we've got all these nice minis and trees and things like that, the last thing I want to be doing, especially considering I am Galactus
Yeah.
Destroyer of Worlds,
Yeah.
is whipping out a
Henny
tape measure.
Henny with a tape measure is like a natural disaster.
Yeah, it's honestly every time I use the thing, it's like I'm trying to start a 9 horsepower engine. It does not go well. So we're gonna dump in everything that Marauder has. When Paul can stop chuckling.
It's gonna be
And
3, 5, 6, 7.
sevens. Yes. All right, so
I
that
see a
is
bunch of
going
misses.
to be
Nothing.
1 hit, 1 whole whopping hit.
All right, he's got 1 armor left. To the Battlemaster.
All right, to the Battlemaster, 3 sets of dice. Let's see
Gonna
what
be
he
on
can
the
do
same
to
thing,
Shrek. He will
sevens.
be on the same exact. All right, that was no better, really. I hit once again.
Oh wow, he only took out his armor on all that. That's it's good. It's good enough. It's good enough. Okay, so that is the end of the firing phase for the FedComs. We will go to the First Sword of Light. First Sword of Light first in the firing sequence is the Striker Light Tanks.
Okay,
All right. Anything within 6 priority here. Okay.
so that's gonna be
That it can shoot in the back or is yellow lowest TMM, lowest move. So the striker's going to shoot the
Infantry, I think,
infantry in
both
front of
cases.
it, right?
Yeah.
So we killed one striker this turn. Where's the other striker? There's one there,
One striker here,
and one's in the thing,
here,
and they can
yeah.
they can all see the infantry, which is
Yeah.
fine. Perfect. So they are going to be at short range and short range,
Mhm.
both within 6. So it's going to be 2 dice. So they're going to be at 4.
So this is the damaged infantry here that's closest base to base.
Yeah,
With
that would
that
be.
one,
Can't see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna fire into
So
one
you're
of the
going to
other
be
stands.
at 4. 1 for infantry's movement is 5. 1 for them factor infantry is 6. For the one in the thing, so 2 dice on 6s, 2 hits on the infantry stand. You can pick
2 hits on the infantry stand.
That's
the closest
correct.
one. That is dead stand of infantry.
Phoenix. Yes, we are using multiple attacks.
Yeah, this is a really fun way of playing it for cons. When you have all of these dice rolling with possible critical chances. If you're going to use multiple attack rolls for a tournament, I suggest doing the multi-hit with 1 crit pair method, in which case you would just have to tell your opponent what your crit pair is going to be. It makes it a little more fair that way, but this way is nice and swingy for doing a game like this in an event or doing a game like this on a stream.
Yeah. So next is the second striker firing at the damaged, sorry, the undamaged in the front.
Okay.
It's going to be 1 higher because there is partial cover, so it's going to be on 4. Movement is 5. Infantry is 6. Trees is 7s. Okay. So 2 dice on 7s, both missed.
All right.
So that is the 2 striker tanks done. We will next go in priority 352, nope, 284. That will be the crab. Does the crab have line of sight on anything over there?
Yes, the crab
Okay.
has line of sight on infantry.
Is that it?
He has line of sight on infantry, and he has line of sight on the Brutus as
Okay,
well.
so he wants to fire anything he can in the back, which doesn't meet, cannot do. But then it's going to go to red on the command list. Red on the command list is lowest TMM, highest PV, lowest structure.
So that's the Brutus.
So the Brutus. So the Brutus is going to get shot by the crab. The crab is at medium range, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to use our small laser to target for the crab's medium and large lasers.
Yep. So it's going to be on 2 sets of dice. They are at base 3, range 5, Brutus 6, partial cover.
Partial cover. No, that's
Nope.
clear.
So 6s. And there's a pair of hits with a critical.
Should be a dead Brutus, I believe.
Don't tell me
Nope,
my critical doesn't.
He's got one. He's got one. So you're going to roll 2 criticals because we've got 2 different
That's
instances
correct.
of rolling crits.
So you got a 10 and a 7.
10 and a 7. So that is going to be another fire control hit, making him effectively useless. And the 7 is having his movement speed as well.
All right, he's got one. He's got 1 left, right?
We also should be rolling another crit for
All for
the
motive.
Motive.
Yeah. 8.
So that is an 8. So that is also going to be 1 tick off of the -2 move. So that brings his move down to 2.
Okay. So next on the fire list is
It's not
the
gonna matter. He'll be dead by the end of the turn.
hunter, the one hunter that's on the board. So
Mhm.
anything you can shoot in the back within 24, that condition met.
Nope.
Nothing in its rear arc. Okay. Then it's going to go to red on the command list. Red obviously being the lowest TMM, highest PV.
So that's going to be that Brutus again.
That's going to be the Brutus. So the hunter at short range.
Hunter at short range, yes, sir.
2 sets of
And
dice.
0, nothing blocking its way other than infantry stands.
That's fine. So he's going to be at base 4. 1 for the Brutus is 5s.
Mhm.
Hit and miss.
All right. Well, it only needed 1 more.
It only needed 1 more, so you can
So
take him
we
off the
will
board. He's dead.
Scratch a Brutus, which I am very sad to see go.
You can actually pull the striker that was destroyed off as well because he's already shot. All right. Next in the sequence is going to be the oh, I turned the wrong card there. Next in no, that's right. Crab. Next in the sequence is the king crab. So the king crab, any yellow within 24. So yellow is the lowest TMM, lowest move, highest starting armor.
So if he has line of sight on the rear-facing Brutus, that's going to be that, which he does.
So he's going to be firing at the Brutus. He's going to be at medium range. At medium range, the King Crab quadruple 0 is 3 sets of dice. We'll continue to roll these dice. Have been hot. I'll use the white ones in here. So he's going to be at base 3. 2 for range is 5. 1 for his movement is 6. 1 for the partial cover is 7 from the tower. So 7s, miss, and hit.
We got 1 hit into Brutus number 2. A2 Brutus?
A2 Brutus.
I do apologize.
All right, next on the list is going to be 617, which is the Locust. Anything it can hit in the back within 24.
Nope.
There's nothing within 6 of it. Attacked by an ally this turn.
Brutus with 2 points of partial and...
That's fine. That's where he's going to go.
Yep.
Because it's been attacked by an ally this turn.
Otherwise, he also... No, he has the opportunity to the infantry, though, too.
The infantry's been attacked?
by an
Okay,
ally,
so
yeah.
then he's going to go at the infantry.
Yeah, and that's going to be a clear line.
Yep. So he's at medium range or short?
He would be...
Be very close.
6.
Yeah, short range.
Short range.
So 2 sets of dice. 2 sets of dice base 3. 1 for their movement is 4. 1 for being infantry is 5s.
This is what locusts are for. Except it failed miserably at that.
I hit once.
Needs to
I hit once.
recalibrate.
I hit once. I got a 1-5. I got 1-5.
He's a 3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got 1-5.
So the medium laser took somebody out.
It was bad. It just
but
wasn't
they
that
badly
bad.
need to recalibrate those Sperry Browning machine guns, apparently.
All right. Next, we have the Marauder for the first sort of light. So, target within 24. Anything that is in its back arc?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Then it's going to go to blue on the command card, which is the lowest starting armor, highest TMM, highest move.
So lowest starting armor that it has is probably going to be the infantry.
The infantry, that's all it can see, right?
It can see the infantry. It cannot see the Brutus. It might be able to see the Bulldog.
The Bulldog wouldn't meet that criteria because it doesn't have the lowest starting armor. So, the Marauder firing at medium range is 3 sets of dice at the first infantry stand.
You are incorrect, actually. It has... The Bulldog has lower starting armor than
Does it?
the mechanized infantry.
Does it? Okay,
Yep.
there we go. So we're going to be at 3 sets of dice. So it's at this Bulldog here, correct?
Yep.
So we're going to be at 3, range is 5. Bulldog went for 1 is 6. Is there partial cover in between? There's a tree in between.
Yep.
7.
For those at home wondering why this is, I have no idea why a Jeep has 4 points of armor and a light tank, or medium tank, I should say, only has 3.
So they got 2 7s, so it's 2 points of damage to the Bulldog.
2 points of damage to Bulldog number 1. All right.
OP
That's that
Mech Gamer, how you
holy
doing tonight?
quick sell
Welcome,
parts.
welcome to Sunday night showdown, I guess, or throwdown, or whatever you want to call this. Right now. It's currently a tank and infantry kill zone, is what it is. So that was the Marauder, and the last. There's 2 more mechs left to shoot here. We are going to go next with the infantry on the Cretan side. So within sects, attacked by an ally this turn.
So, infantry stand.
So the infantry stand. Nice.
People like
and
to
easy.
sneeze at infantry, and realistically, once you get out of their range, it's really hard for them to catch up with you. But every once in a while, you get lucky on them.
So what we did here tonight, just for anybody who's just joined us, or we're not doing a scenario, we're just kind of fighting. But what we did to make the infantry an active part of the game, we started the game with both sets of infantry and tanks in positions on the board where they were within range of each other, and we held the mechs out for a turn. That way, it comes out like the mechs are coming in to support and take over the fight, and we get a cool fight in the middle of the city with all these units that we don't normally get to use and play with, right? So, that
We've
said,
got our garrison forces lined up, and our quick response forces of mechs are coming into the rescue.
so our infantry at close range are on 1 set of dice. I'm just going to roll all 3 here because they can all see the same thing.
Fair.
So we are firing at base 4. 1 for the infantry is 5. 1 for the fact that their infantry is 6. There's no partial cover. So 6s. Is there any bonus for infantry being base to base with infantry? No.
No.
So sixes.
I see
I'm
one hit.
just not rolling very well tonight, so that's 1 point of damage. And we will bring up the last, which is the Shrek PPC carrier. Anything within 6 of either Shrek.
Shrek PPC carrier, we are going to be the dead one is within 6 of the infantry stands.
Okay, so if it's within 6, then it's going to fire at the infantry stand.
Okay.
The other one.
The other one will not be within.
The
6
other
of
one's not
anything.
within 6, so it's going to fire. So this one here is going to fire at red, which is lowest TMM, highest PV, which would be the Battlemaster, I believe. You have to tell me
Lowest TMM, highest PV there is the Battlemaster, yes.
Battlemaster. So Battlemaster, infantry.
Okay.
So Shrek PPC carrier that died this turn. He's at short range. He's going to be at 3 sets of dice. He's going to be at base 4.
And he's
1 for
firing
the
through a
infantry's
tree.
move is 5. 1 for the fact their infantry is 6. Is there a tree in the way?
Yep.
7s. So before he dies, he hits once.
All right.
Once on the infantry. And then we have the other Shrek turning its turrets over onto the Battlemaster. It's going to be at medium range, so it's going to be at base 4. 2 for range is 6. It doesn't
Partial.
pay a penalty for the tree that's base-to-base contact with, so it's on 6. Battlemaster went for 1, is a 7. There's no partial cover.
Okay, I thought we gave it partial cover.
No, he's straight there.
Okay.
And I hit
3 times.
3 times.
I will mark down the Battlemasters.
And that would be the end of the turn. So if you want to grab those chips off the board. Anybody got any questions so far with anything we've done here tonight while I reset the get the decks ready for round 3?
Speaking of chips, I hope Tommy gets back with that pizza.
Well, if he doesn't, then we're just going to order some, and that'll be pretty much it. I don't think I want to eat vegetarian pizza. If any of you guys haven't noticed, heard, Tommy's kind of become a vegetarian lately. He's trying to make himself all purdy for when he does his little D&D appearances at the various conventions in the United States over the summer. He doesn't want to have his little beer belly hanging out for everybody to see.
Yes,
He's not as old as I am, where you don't care anymore. It just doesn't matter. He's 5 years behind me. All right, so we'll pull this.
He does insist on that haircut, though. So
Yes. And there's a chip. That's probably there's the +1 you were missing. So we're gonna go to initiative.
all right.
Oh, before we do that, we are going to go to the. It's pretty straightforward, but I still want those decks so badly. Haha. So, Phoenix, watch our Friday stream. Tommy talks about the decks, the future of aces, all those things. Not my place to say it, but Tommy did speak about it. So feel free to watch Friday's stream, and there's lots of information that you can watch there. Okay. So the next thing we're going to go to here before we go to the initiative phases, I have to check the commander deck to check the board state and the conditions of the battle, so the AI corrects itself and adjusts and behaves accordingly. So I'm going to flip over the card. If your objective is complete, that is not true. If you have lost more PV worth of units this turn, that is true. If there are any units with no armor, or if there are any units in your rear arc. So we're going to go back to A. It's going to go back to its starting card for this turn sequence, and now we will roll initiative. I've won it 2 turns in a row. This is a rarity for me.
I never win initiative, and it continues.
It continues, and I don't feel any shame or guilt or sympathy for your pain.
I didn't really think those were emotions you were
I'm not
capable
going
of
to.
feeling. I forgot.
No, I'm pretty numb. Oh yeah, sorry. We need to pull off the Shrek.
He's already.
Yeah, put him over here. I'll throw him on
Shrek.
the dead pile. And I also need the Striker. Striker dead. Okay, there we go. So we go to initiative. Initiative phase. You're moving first, or we are moving first.
We are indeed.
So we have a Shrek to contend with here.
Yes.
The infantry I'm not so worried about them. They're going to be fighting with our infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Though that striker that's in there is
I was gonna say our smartest move would probably be to pretty much bottle up that striker again, or hunter, I
well,
should say.
on this side. Well, we
Have him
want to
in.
we want to bottleneck this part of the board and take
Mm-hmm.
defensive positions, right?
Yeah.
If we move our mechs here now, their mechs are not going to just walk haphazardly into a kill zone.
No.
So because we're closer to that brawl in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
I think we start by moving a Valkyrie. No, soon. Let's move.
I mean, we can even no move that rifleman up there because he's in a great spot.
Their striker is moving first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So the striker is here. This is the hunter.
yeah, their striker is moving first.
I'm not just telling Paul that, I'm also telling you guys on TV land because it's not super easy to see in the overhead camera which
Yep.
is which.
Okay, so I would say move our Valkyrie.
'Kay.
Valkyrie moves 12.
Valkyrie moves 12. It's 10,
12.
12. Alright.
Right into here.
'Kay.
It's got a level 3 and a level 2 blocking line of sight. You can see the infantry. It's going to make that infantry react to its movement,
Mm-hmm.
possibly, or at least take it into account when it moves.
Yep.
And he's a 2 or a 3?
He's a 2.
The 2? You got a 2 over there? All right, so
Sorry, Valkyrie is a 10, by the way, not a 12.
so move it back to
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so the striker that is left on the board.
Mm-hmm.
If there is an ideal red that is activated with an 18, so is the Valkyrie within 18 of it? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to stay on aggressive. We are going to ground movement towards target red with line of sight. It wants to stay away from unactivated enemies by 12 if it can,
Oh, okay.
while moving closer to target and occupying woods if possible. So basically wants to get around here somewhere.
Yeah.
If he's there, he's got line of sight.
He has line of sight there?
Yep.
Okay.
Go right up against the trees, what he wants to do.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think.
There he won't have line of
It's
sight.
here.
He'll be in the
Yeah.
shadow of the hill. There, now he's got it. So, and he's you got a
He's
chip.
a 2.
All right. So, next to the Fed comms.
Alright, so the next Fed rat we have activating. I mean, we can activate the scorpions. I'll try to take that.
Striker out.
Yeah.
Put one behind the striker.
Yep.
Put him directly behind him, so he gets the extra dice.
Mm-hmm. We can move 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Can you move back one more?
Could be into the
Yeah.
building.
Right up flush to the building.
Yeah.
On the other striker. You don't have to move him over there, but you can.
Mm-hmm. I would almost just switch
What's
the
the
other
strike?
striker
What's
with where
what's the
it's sitting.
striker's medium? What's the striker's medium range of damage?
They're both 2s. Strikers
The
are
reason I'm asking that is because if those mechs come walking out, that's an alternative target, right?
Yeah.
Start softening up their mechs.
The thing is, the strikers are level 1s, so they would be behind the hill here anyway, so they're not going to be shooting the mechs unless they come past where we're...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I put them in the shadow of the hill there and just no, account for that infantry doing something too. They're gonna move them straight forward in front of the tree. Yeah, that's a better.
Okay. Yep.
That's a better thing. And you got movement markers for them. So next is going to be 212, which is the infantry. Oh, sorry, the missile boat, which is the hunter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the hunter wants to, if there are any activated enemies within 12. Correct.
Striker.
All right.
Or
It
scorpion.
wants to line of sight, target, red, which is lowest TMM, lowest armor.
That's activated, or that's
No.
not? No.
Yeah, activated.
So
So there's a default, so it's within 12. So
Yeah.
it'll be the only activated unit becomes automatically red is how the rule works. So
okay.
it's going to move towards the striker. It wants to move closer to the target with his cover from as much enemies as possible. Occupy woods if it can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are a 10 move. 7, 8. I'd put him right here. Fire through the tree at the scorpion.
That's fine.
He's gonna have blockage from pretty much everything.
He's
else
got
that
everything,
we have
yep.
on the field. So
Perfect.
I'm informing the folks at home, not just monologuing.
I want to take a moment right now. If everybody at home would give a round of applause, Henny, for the first time tonight, has moved a miniature without taking out a tree or a piece of terrain.
This may actually not just be the first time tonight. This may be the first time ever. This is almost momentous.
All right. So next for the AI would be 221. That would be the King Crab.
All right.
All right. So the King Crab on the aggressive column where it starts is if there are any activated red within line of sight that are in 24 and either unit occupies woods or unit occupies level 1 water. Is that true?
Within 24?
Correct. Believe so. But he's got to be within line of sight. Has to see it.
Yeah, okay, so he does
He
not
can't-
see him currently.
Does not see it. He's going to come off aggressive. Because if he had been able to see it, he was going to stand still and shoot
Yeah.
it, basically, right? Or that would have been the initial intent
Well,
for the AI's movement.
The tank is a level 1, the crab is a level 2.
It can't double block it. The
Yeah, I
building's
think
just
it would
blocking
block
it outright, or the generator's blocking it. So we're going to go to balanced. If a unit has armor greater than the damage rating of any enemy within 30. So, what's his?
Oh yeah, he's got way more armor than anything within
There
30.
we go. Okay.
He may not have then everything within
So
30,
we're
but
going to go
anything
ground
absolutely.
movement towards activated red gaining line of sight. Red again being lowest TMM, lowest armor.
So that would probably be this scorpion here. So if he just takes a
Oh,
few
that's
steps-
activated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's activated. So if he just takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tucks himself in behind the tree.
The
there.
first zone on that would have been 16,
Mhm.
but there's no activated within 16. Then the next zone is 30, and the only activated units within 30 would be the Scorpions
Yeah.
or the
Valk.
Valkyrie, right? So that means,
The lowest TMM is the Scorps, though.
yeah, it's the Scorps. So
So we'll put him up here in the shadow of that tree.
Boom,
Which
and
is
he's a
his
1.
maximum movement.
all right, to the Fed comms. We know their mechs are going to take that spot there, and our mechs are going to want to either end up here
Mhm.
or there. But what we can do, we can get through here.
Yes.
So I would say let's back out our Brutus,
Mhm.
bring him around this side. Because just having him there getting shot at this turn is just not making any sense.
No, it's either do we bring him here or do we bring him back here?
are
the two
I
options.
would bring him back to this side here.
Okay.
My thought now, hey, guys at home, you're helping us here too, right? So, if I'm thinking off the top of my head, if we move him, we start flanking him right, he's gonna get shot at by a hunter and a striker. How much armor has he got left?
That Brutus,
Yeah.
that Brutus is only touched. He's had the paint scratch. That's it. So he's got 4 pips left of his 5.
Or we just bring him here,
And he goes
keep him
toe-to-toe.
keep him out of line of sight from that Shrek. I don't know. That Shrek is moving. Man, they got high initiative. He's on 708. He's moving like third last. fourth last. Sorry, there's an 836. Well, I don't
Like I
know.
said, there's two ways to do it. If you want to come around here, he'll at least have shots at the little guys. On the other hand, if we ignore this part of the board for this turn, that rifleman's got fire coming this way too.
We want to get rid
But we do want to try and get
of
rid of
that Shrek, so
on
we
this side
have
of the
a
board. Yeah.
way through to just initiate brutal mech to mech combat the
Correct.
next turn. So let's
If that Shrek moves, the Battle Master actually has more damage.
swing
from a punch.
let's bring the Brutus here.
Okay.
Let's bring the Brutus here. Position it for next turn because it's gonna come through. We'll move it before the it's 2 times in a row. It shook. The ground shook as you moved your fingers, and the tank lurched forward in honorable battle. Done. Okay, so we're up to the King Crab. Oh, we already moved the King Crab. Sorry, my mistake. I'm gonna flip that card over. We are to the 727, which is the Locust. The Locust, if the ideal blue has activated, blue being the highest movement, lowest structure, highest PV. So, blue from the Locust,
Yes, sir.
which is blue, highest movement, lowest structure.
Highest movement, lowest structure is going to be the Valk.
Okay. He can't get behind it.
Nope.
He wants to stay in as few of enemy arcs as possible and cover from as many greater powered enemies while maintaining line of sight to the Valkyrie if it can get it.
While maintaining LOS to the Valk.
Yeah.
Probably coming in here.
So what can see it there? A Scorpion?
Yeah, the 2 Scorpion.
That's fine.
1 Scorpion can see it. The Valk can see it.
That's fine. It's as few as possible.
Yeah.
There's no way you can get to a spot where the Scorpion cannot see it, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. And we will go to the FedComs. I'm thinking the 2 Bulldogs here.
2 Bulldogs. I'm just trying to get a friend of mine on stream. Sorry,
That's fine.
to get our link.
So you guys can see where the Locust came around the corner there. We do have right here, you barely see him. We have a Scorpion sitting there.
Yeah.
And then we have another one right there at the edge of the generator.
So the Bulldogs, I mean, if we want to start coming around, we can try and take a pot shot at the Locusts, but I think we should probably just try to get them in a position to defend against the mechs that are going to be coming through there. If we can maybe do something about that Shrek with them.
Well, let's bring them down.
Yeah.
Bring them down here. Then next turn on initiative, right? We have the choice of either.
On initiative, because you think I'm going to win an initiative roll.
So we can either come through here, or depending on what those other 2 mechs are, we go this way. I would bring them down. So you got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. They move 8, right?
Yeah.
So you get to there. This guy gets to here.
Yeah.
Like that. That's 9, 10. What are they moving? 8, right?
Yeah.
So 1,
2, 3,
4. You got to count the actually 2 to go down and then 1 in, right?
Sorry, yes.
1,
2, 3,
4. No. 1.
Sorry.
2, 3, 4.
4.
5, 6, 7, 8, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be like so. And then they're 1s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. To the AI. AI next lowest on initiative is the Striker light tank. So the Striker. No, sorry, we already moved the Striker, correct?
We did.
We did. Sorry. It is the Hunter light tank. My bad. If the ideal red is activated and the unit can move behind it, red being lowest TMM, lowest armor. So that would be no because that is the infantry. So we're going to go to balanced. If there are any activated enemies within 24, that is true. So we want ground to line of sight to target. Target in this case is lowest TMM, lowest armor. Where's that? Where's the hunter right now?
The hunter is hiding out.
Oh, sorry, not the hunter. The my bad. The Shrek PPC carrier.
Shrek BBC
Yes.
back here.
So it wants to So it wants the target is lowest TMM, lowest armor. So that's going to be the Brutus.
Lowest TMM, lowest armor.
Yeah.
That would be.
Or the
No, that would be the
Bulldog?
One of the bulldogs. Yeah.
Okay. So it wants to be in as few of any enemy arcs as possible with no unactivateds within 12.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna back up.
Yeah.
It's gonna back up
Yeah, because this
to
one only has
here
one.
probably or here, so it has line of sight to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kilgore Trout, how you doing tonight?
Oh, that's Andrew.
Is it?
So this one has 1 point of armor left.
Hey, you're
this one
speaking of
has
food.
3.
That's Andrew, the restaurant. He
Yeah,
should bring us
that's-
food. Yeah, you have lots of time to get here, Andrew. You bring us some food. We're both hungry. All right, to the Fed comms. Who's next?
All right, with the Fed rats here, we're down to our mechs and our infantry. So at this point, we're gonna have to probably move a mech back there. We've got a
Go back,
rifleman that.
You guys can see where that Shrek backed up to there. Sorry, I didn't realize we were not on the overhead there.
I believe that rifleman. I can't tell if you can see the Shrek from there.
The rifleman cannot see the Shrek.
All right, so in that case, we'll move something to go after the Shrek.
Oh, that Shrek was a 1, right?
The Shrek was a 1. Yeah, sorry. And that Shrek is. Did he take a hit last turn or no? On that
That Shrek has been damaged, yes. He's got no armor left. He's
He's
only
got
got
no
internal
armor left.
structures.
So I would say we can start moving something towards that Shrek.
Or leave the rifleman up on the hill right
well,
now.
I'm not talking about the rifleman. I'm saying leave him for now, because he's got a good spot there.
Yeah. You probably want to. What do they have left to move? They have their
They have a crab, they
Crab.
have a marauder, and they have their infantry.
Crab, Marauder, and their infantry.
Yep.
Let's move our.
I mean, we still got 2 stands of infantry too.
We have to move. We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
As our infantry.
and they only have 2 left to move.
Mech.
They have their
infantry.
They have their infantry and the crab to move. We have
And
1,
the
2,
marauder.
3. Marauders moved already. Oh no, yeah.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't moved yet. Okay,
the
sorry,
king
sorry,
crab
sorry.
moved.
I turned over the wrong card. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
and we're moving now.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they have 1,
You have 3.
3. Okay, so we're even here still. Declare no move.
So we are no move on the rifleman. Would have flipped over chit near him.
So next lowest will be the Marauder. Marauder wants to, if there are any activated red, lowest TMM, lowest armor, highest PV, within 24.
Yep.
Unit occupies woods.
The unit does not occupy woods.
We're going to go to balanced. If the unit has armor greater than the damage rating of any enemy within 30, that is true. It's going to stay unbalanced. We are going to ground towards activated red. Again, lowest TMM, lowest armor, which is
Probably the Brutus in the front there.
Brutus in
because
the
he's down to
front,
1
which
armor.
is perfect. So he wants cover from as many enemies as possible while moving closer to the target, and will occupy woods if possible, or cover.
I would say put him in here. or I can put him in here in front of the king crab.
What makes more sense, do you think?
Actually, sorry, he won't have line of sight in front of the king crab there with the woods. So here would give him the most, would give him a shot, and it would technically follow the criteria. The only problem with that is we have 2 mechs that haven't moved.
He wants his cover from as many enemies as possible, right?
Yeah.
So,
So he would have cover here, but it's just those 2 haven't moved.
no. So move him to the second location. It's your second choice. Your second choice is one farther back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So he's moved. He's not in line of sight of anything right now, and then it'll react. Right. So we're on a 1. He's got a 1. All right. Now what do we want to move here? Swarm him with the infantry.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Go for it, man. Little doom buggies drive over and run amok on the Marauder. Just push the other one in there instead of trying to jam. There you go.
We are
All right.
base to base.
824.
Anti-mech attacks.
All right. We are on to the crab. The crab, if unit can move behind nearest activated enemy. Does the crab have enough movement to get behind the... Yep,
Yeah,
it does. Okay, so it's going to stay on aggressive. So we are going to ground movement towards line of sight activated unit. So the activated unit, again, is lowest TMM, lowest armor, highest PV.
Lowest TMM, lowest armor, highest PV is going to be the damaged bulldog at the moment.
Correct.
So we would be.
And
got a move of 10.
he wants to be in as few enemy arcs as possible. He wants no other enemy in short range.
Okay.
Cover from as many higher powered enemies as possible and occupy woods if he can. That would not be what he wants. He wants to stay.
We gotta move too. We got out of order somewhere because they've still got their infantry in the crab, but we lost initiative.
Yeah, so we should have moved 2 last turn. So we'll move 1 more now.
Okay. So we will move.
Shouldn't be though, because they haven't lost a pile of mechs or an AI deck yet.
No, they haven't. I'm wondering how we got out of order there. Anyway.
We have 2 left to move.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they have 1, 2. Yeah, they only have 2 left to move. So yeah, we should. We missed one. That's fine.
All right. Well, we can just move up one of our mechs to maybe in here. Take a shot, Marauder to Marauder. Have some tree cover in the way.
Like so.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's a 1.
Yep.
Flip that over because we're out of 1s. So we'll go back. We'll go back. This is the crab, right?
Yeah, there's a 1 for you.
We'll go.
Yeah. So we're back to the crab. Crab is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So he wants fewest number of enemy arcs.
Yeah.
Nobody in short range.
Okay,
He does not want to be within 6 of anybody.
So he can get to here and have shots at the infantry.
He's not within 6 of anything. Even things he can't see, he won't go within 6 of. He wants cover from as many greater enemies as possible. So he wants cover from these 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on the right wavelength there. If he gets back over there,
yeah,
nothing here can see him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wants to occupy woods if possible.
Yeah. I just don't think he can get through this area, so he would have to go either all the way around, or what's the cost to go through here?
Nothing. He's got to pay to go up on top of it. He's got to pay the normal elevation change. He moves 8 or 10?
8, 9. He's 10.
He's 10, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If he goes there, he's out of line of sight of everything, and he can see the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
The Valk's not the lowest TMM, that's all.
The lowest TMM is this. That's what he's just moving towards. That's
Okay.
not what he's shooting at.
I got you.
But he can still have line of sight to that, right? Not a greater enemy. Greater enemy, greater enemy, greater
Yeah.
enemy, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's not greater than them.
No.
Right? Okay. Um,
Actually, the Brutus is.
to us.
Actually, the Brutus is, but yeah.
No, the Brutus is not.
Okay.
The Brutus can't see him.
Oh, okay. He's not line of sight to the. All right.
So we have to move one.
Battlemaster. It's the
Battlemaster.
only thing we got left. We got Battlemaster.
One,
They got
two,
infantry.
3, 4, 5, 6. If he goes here,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to move this tree out of there. If he comes in here, nothing has a shot at him other than the
Shrek.
Shrek. Right?
Yeah, no, the king crab won't be able to.
No, King Crab can't even see him. This is blocking
Yeah.
line of sight. Okay, so and he's a 1. Well, we'll put the 1 between the two of them there. There we go. I was editing, or I'm sitting in your Twitch channel waiting for it to start. Kilgore.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Trout
guys.
Boy. I thought we were live on both at the same time.
No, we don't go live on the Twitch very often anymore. It's almost always exclusively YouTube these days. So we're going to go to the firing phase. Firing phase, we did lose initiative as the good guys, so we will fire first.
Mm-hmm.
Since the Battlemaster has no line of sight to anything other than the Shrek, we might as well just pop the Shrek now.
Yep.
Get it over with.
So we got 3 dice on the Battlemaster.
He's base 3. He's at short range, I think. It's
Yeah.
close. It's close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So he's at 5. So you're going to be at 3 4s.
Yep.
4s.
3 sets of dice hitting on 4s. I'm sure I'll miss at least one of these. And probably get a... No, I didn't. Oh, wait. I got cock dice. And that's still a 4. So
Does
we
he?
got 3 shots.
Can he overheat? Can the Battlemaster overheat?
Does he need to?
Well, you only have him roll 3 dice. He has 4 armor.
Okay. The Battlemaster, that particular variant, can overheat by 1.
There you go. So you hit him 3. You hit him 3 times right now. So roll the other one for overheat.
Alright, so we're
That'll kill
OVing by 1 to hopefully finish this guy off, and it did.
There we go. So the Shrek is dead.
Okay. I figured the Brutus could have.
You're good. So
Alright.
we'll back him out next turn, and they're going to try and come around. The tanks are going to step in front, fire, take the shots, deal damage to him, and then the next turn our Battlemaster steps in and cleans it up. Right?
Fair.
Cool. Brutus has no shot. The Brutus can.
Oh,
Yeah.
these infantry never moved.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
We
we're
don't
gonna
have
move.
these and stuff.
Yeah, bad. So the infantry, if there are any activated enemies within 12, yes, they want to within 6 move towards the activated blue. Blue being highest movement, lowest structure, highest PV.
So this one is almost certainly charging here, and these guys aren't able to get right onto somebody. They're not able to get within 6.
No, what I'm saying to you is units within a
Yeah.
range of 6.
Yes.
Okay.
there's units
So
within a range of 6.
within 6, how many units are within 6?
From this infantry here, we have 1, and from this infantry here, we have 1. And
Okay.
Nobody from here.
Okay, nobody's within 6 from him? These units as well? Those are within 6.
Oh, they're within 6, not
Okay,
allies.
so now we're going to determine the first guy. Okay. Can he get behind anything? Yes. And would like to occupy woods and get target base to base. So he's going to go base to base
Yeah.
and take cover. He's going to go in this where you have the movement chip. That's where
Okay.
he's going to go, right? And then the next guy. Okay.
Mhm.
Can it move behind anything? Within 6. Only the units within 6.
No.
No. Can it occupy? Can it move closer to target and occupy woods or cover,
Yes.
and or get base to base?
Not base to base, but it can get into here, occupy woods, and cover to the
Yes,
closest
that's
unit
fine.
to it.
That's its move. And then the last one, the same thing.
Yes, he's probably gonna
So
go.
what's
into
within 6 of him though? 1, 2. That's
nothing, except for allies.
okay. Those are allies. So then it goes out to 12. What's within 12 that meets the blue criteria, which is highest movement, lowest structure.
Highest movement, lowest structure within 12.
Yep.
It's the Valk.
Valkyrie. So it wants to move towards target behind it if it can. Can't. Wants to occupy woods or have cover.
Not that it would give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, 6.
It's got partial cover from it now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to stand still.
Okay.
Or it'll move
It should just go.
and come back. Okay, but it's currently meeting its conditions, which is fine. All right, so now we continue. So you're going to continue the shots over there, Henny, while I talk here. So Kilgore, we're not really doing much of a scenario tonight. What we're doing is it's just a straight up fight. The Cretan ground forces and the 7th Crucius Lancer ground forces started the battle. With the infantry and tanks in the middle of the board, turn 1. Turn 2, we brought the supporting mech lances into the game. We are now in the shooting phase of turn 3. There have been some casualties. The Cretans have lost a two Shrek PPC carriers, one of them this turn, a Hunter light support tank, and a Striker light tank. The good guys, which is us, we lost a Brutus last turn.
All right, so the 2 infantry are going to attack the Marauder that they're in base-to-base contact with. Once again, this is a swarm attack, so as they are infantry and they are base-to-base with a mech or vehicle, they're basically digging through its armor and firing into the internals. They're getting automatic through armor criticals if they hit. They are both they're both skill 4. The mech moved for 1, and they are base-to-base, so there is no range modifier, so we are hitting on 5s.
Miss.
That is 2 hits.
This is on, sorry, which unit?
Marauder.
On the Marauder?
Cretan Marauder.
So 2.
And that is a 10, which is going to be a fire control hit.
Ouch.
And that is an 8, which is going to be a weapon hit.
And you explained to everybody what was going on there?
Yes.
Perfect. So the infantry run over, start tearing apart actuators and weapon systems and mess up the 75-ton Marauder 3R. All right, next.
Brutus. Can this Brutus actually see this infantry stand?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do the Brutus into the infantry because it has no other target.
Yep.
We've got 5 pairs of dice at short range.
So 4 here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's at
Sorry.
lot-
5
medium
pairs of
range,
dice at medium range.
yeah. So you're gonna be at 4, 6, 8s. Yeah. One for the
so with
infantry and one for the
they're-
infantry
yeah,
spot.
Infantry are 1 and always, and their extra move point is 1. Harder to target them because they are small. Alright, so hitting with 8s, I have a whole lot of 7s. 1 8, 2 8s. That's going to be 2 hits on the infantry stand.
And that is the 2nd infantry stand. It kills them.
Alright. Goodbye.
They,
Boom.
they still gotta shoot.
Yeah, they do.
All right.
Except they have nothing within range of them to shoot.
Next.
Next we will do the... I think I'm going to put the 2 bulldogs in the infantry stand if I can speak words tonight.
Can they see the crab? Fire at the crab.
They can see the crab. It's
Let's-
just going to be a considerably harder shot.
They're gonna be at 4, 6, 7.
Because that's a short range.
They're gonna be on 9s.
No cover. Yeah.
I'm not worried about the infantry though. The
Okay.
infantry, yeah,
Crab it is.
fire at the on the 9s. I would beat up that crab.
All right. So we're going to go into the crab on 9s from both sets
Yeah.
of bulldogs. I'm going to roll. I might as well roll 4 pairs of dice since they are going to be all the same
Come on,
calculations.
I believe in you, Henny. Don't let the team down.
Never say I believe in you.
Don't let the team down.
I have faith in you. It used to be the thing we would say to each other playing pool in college to make the other mess up a shot. So I got, oh, hey, I got 2 10s. That's better than I thought I was going to do.
See?
But, you know, if you hadn't have said that, I might have gotten 3.
So you got 2 points of damage to the
2
crab.
points of damage into the crab.
All right. So next, let's go to
Marauder maybe in the back there?
Marauder can see the crab, but it's gonna have
Rifleman can see the crab as well.
no rifleman cannot.
Oh.
This is blocking it.
Okay. Because I see it not blocking it.
Like this here, he
Okay.
literally physically cannot see him
Gotcha.
at all.
All right.
But this can. You're gonna have medium range. You're gonna be at 3, 5, 6,
Or do you wanna go
7,
Marauder on
8,
Marauder?
9, 11s. He's going to be on 11s to hit him. And on the other Marauder, I don't think they can see each other. I think this level
The
2's blocked.
rifleman
This is a
can.
level 2 here.
Yeah, the rifleman can see him though.
Yeah, the Marauder can't see him because that level 2's blocking.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to fire on 11s at the...
Rifleman.
Or you can... Oh, we killed that infantry strand on top. So, yeah, fire on 11s with the Marauder to the crab first.
All right.
You want me to roll this, or you want...
It's up to you, buddy.
Oh, I'll roll. I haven't
All
rolled.
right.
Henny's
some
mic is
dice.
quiet. No, Henny, put your mic closer to your
Oh,
mouth.
okay. Thank you. I'm practically chewing on it, but yeah.
Okay. So the Marauder is what, 3 dice?
Yep.
At medium range?
Sorry, 4.
4 dice?
Yeah. He is the heaviest thing we got in the field.
You know what? I'm going to use green and blues
Okay.
for the Fed comms. Okay, so he's going to be at 3 11s, we said, right? That is
was
a whole
fistful
lot of
nothing.
nothing.
Even if it was a better shot, that would still
Yep.
be a fistful of nothing.
So
That was
then
a
the
terrible roll.
rifleman onto the Marauder. The rifleman's going to be at 3, medium range is 5. The tree in between is 6. The Marauder's move is
1. and
1
our
is
rifleman no
7
moved.
and an 8. It's going to be on 8s.
Our rifleman no move though, so it'll
So
be 1
down to
less.
7s.
Yeah.
And what's the rifleman got? I'll fire for him too. I haven't
All
got
right, the
roll.
rifleman's also a 3.
A 3 dice?
Yeah, if my buddy Eric is watching, I think Paul borrowed your dice.
I don't borrow anybody's dice.
No, you're rolling like goose. That's all I'm saying.
See, there's my 11s that I should have had last.
Yeah. All right.
So that's,
I
3
see 2 8s and an 11.
Yeah, that's 3 hits.
3 hits. Boom, boom, boom. Into the Marauder.
So the Marauder has 1 armor point left now.
All right.
Okay. And we have anybody left to fire?
We have
Valkyrie
the 2 Scorpions and
Scorpions.
the Valk. Yes.
Go for it.
All right. So we will do the Valkyrie here into the back of the Striker. It's going to be an extra point of damage because we are firing from behind. We are short range with the Scorpion, so we'll be firing 3 pairs of dice. Skill 4, he moved for 2, hitting on 6s. That is going to be 1 miss and 2 hits.
So it's a striker.
That is a Striker.
1 hit and 2 misses.
1 hit and 2 misses.
There we go.
Or 1 miss and 2 hits.
Oh, 1 miss too. He's got 1 armor left.
1 armor left.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, then we are going to also plunk him with the other Scorpion.
Okay.
All of the same calculations apply.
Mhm.
The tree is not counting against him because he's base to base with it.
Okay.
All right. So as of
Just so you guys also know as well, our house rule with woods, because our boards are like as close to true scale to the mechs as possible. What we do is a tree's a tree. Because you can't stand in a tree, if you're base to base with it, you get the same effect as standing at the edge of the woods. So any tree, light or heavy woods, you get to fire through it for free. But if there is a hex in between, then you got to pay the penalty.
all right. So that's going to be 2 more hits into the Scorpion.
2 more hits onto the striker.
Or onto the Striker. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so roll
And I
critical. He's
will
got 1
roll a
internal left.
crit, which is a 4, which is fire control, and I will roll the motive crit for him, which is an 8, which is going to be minus 2 inches of movement. So with armored vehicles, anytime you take a hit, you're rolling a critical on your motive systems. If you get an 8 to a 10, or 8, 9, or 10, you're going to suffer a 2-inch move. If you get a 11, then you're going to lose half your move, and if you get a 12, you are inert. You are now a turret. All right, just in case you guys were unaware, that is a separate chart from the standard critical columns.
All right.
The only thing I have left, I believe, is going to be the Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
So the Valkyrie can probably finish off that Striker.
I'll go back to that angle there.
Yeah.
So you guys can see the Valkyrie here.
Yeah, Valk can finish off the Striker. Valk also has a line on the Hunter here, but it's going to be through trees. So I would rather finish off the Striker with him if we can.
Yep.
So, Valkyrie. We are skill 3 because all the mechs on this board are 3s. We are 2 at medium range. And we have a vehicle that moved for 2. So we are going to be 3, 2 for the range. Another 2 brings us to 7s, and he has partial cover, will bring us up to 8s.
Nice.
2 sets of dice. And nothing. Fistful of nothing. I've been doing a little bit of that today.
I approve.
I've been doing a little bit of the fistful of nothing, and I've been doing a whole lot of rolling through armor criticals. I don't know if that balances out.
That's everybody now?
That is going to be everybody from the Fed Rats.
All right. We'll get to the good guys, bad guys. Good guys, bad guys. We'll start
We'll
off
get to the snakes. How's that?
we'll start off with the king crab. So the king crab, according to the AI, within 6, is there any units within 6 of them that he has line of sight
Good
to?
night, Phoenix.
Have a good night, Phoenix. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yes, he has infantry stands within 6
Okay,
in the line
within
of sight.
6. So that's who he's going to be shooting at.
So he's creating mulch.
You
That's what's going on here. He's just
Well, within 6, it wants to fire at the unit that has the highest medium damage rating, but there's only one unit within 6. It's going to default to that. So it saw the damage it did to the those infantry units did to the Marauder, and decides it's going to fire into it. So the king crab at short range is 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 sets of dice here. Going to be a base 3. There's partial cover there, or no? Or tree? I can't tell
so
from the
there's
angle
a
I'm looking
tree
at.
between these guys, but nothing between them.
So he's going to fire at the one he's got no cover at. So it's going to be 3, 4 for the infantry movement. 1 additional for infantry is 5s.
Yeah.
And that would be 3
Two
hits.
3 hits.
3 hits. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So
So
that.
you guys see that on the overhead there. There's a die roll.
All right. And you said 3 hits?
Yes. Did I
All
kill him?
right.
Did I finally kill something?
Actually, that was the undamaged stand.
No, of course.
If you fired
Murphy.
into the other ones that are hiding behind the tree, you would have killed them.
All right. The striker. Within 6. Anything within 6 of that striker?
Yep, we've got a scorpion and a scorpion. It can fire at either one because I believe the
So,
striker has a turret.
Yeah, so it wants red. Red on the command list is lowest TMN, lowest armor. Which of the two has the lowest armor right now?
Going to be honest with you, it does not matter. Neither scorpion is touched.
The scorpion is touched. It defaults to closest.
Uh,
Are they both the same?
this guy's like about a quarter of a hex closer because he couldn't move back.
Okay, so we'll roll. They're the same distance. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's here. He's going to fire at the one behind him.
All right.
All right. So the striker at short range is 2 dice.
All right. So he's
So-
starting medium lasers.
We use the greens.
Yes.
He's going to be. Oh, sorry, one miss for sure. He's going to be at 4
Yeah. It's 5s.
5s.
So
I missed
one
with
hit,
1.
one miss.
Yep.
All right, and then we're gonna roll the motive crit on that scorpion.
Motive crit
one.
on that would be an 8. There's
So
the die
he's
roll
gonna
for everybody to
lose
see.
Minus 2 inches.
We'll go to this side of the board because this is where the fight's happening in this corner here. Okay, so next we have that's the striker. We're gonna go to 8, 3, 6, 212. 212 is the next lowest. 212 being the next lowest is the hunter. Where is the hunter hiding? I see him.
The hunter is right here.
Okay, so the hunter is within 24, attacked by an ally this turn. So he's going to fire at
He's gonna fire at the same target as the
the
last.
same target. So the hunter light tank is firing at 2 sets of dice. 2 sets of dice at short range, I believe. Yep.
Short range.
It's
Is
gonna
the
be
hunter 2 at short or 1 at short? Oh, he's got the machine
He's
gun.
got the machine gun. But the hunter has a fire control hit, I believe. Hold on. Let me double check it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So he's going to be at 4, 6.
No, the hunter shouldn't have a fire control hit. The striker had a fire control hit.
Oh, I'm looking at the striker. Sorry. No, he doesn't have anything. So
Yeah.
he's going to be at 4, and then 2 for his movement is 6. So 2 dice on 6s.
That's 2 hits.
That's
One
2
is a
hits.
armor critical.
Oh, yeah, it is 2 boxcars. Through armor crits an 11.
All right, so that will be an engine hit. And you will roll your movement crit as well. Movement crit's a 6, which is nothing.
Okay, so next we are going to the Marauder. Marauder wants to fire at the red target within 24, so that is lowest TMM, lowest armor.
And just to let the folks at home know, engine hits are handled a little bit differently with tanks than when you're dealing with mechs. With mechs, they only cause you to overheat. With a tank, that actually halves your movement and your damage. So that thing is, for all intents and purposes, more or less a turret at this point. It can only move 2 inches now.
Okay, so Marauder wants to target lowest TMM, lowest armor, highest PV. In that order. So lowest TMM within 24.
Yep.
It's the infantry. It's swatting it. It's swatting the infantry
Yeah.
that is hanging
Does he
off
want to
it.
swing at it or?
That is critically damaging it. This Marauder at short range does 2 dice.
Yeah. Does he want to shoot or does he want to stomp and do 4?
How
The
much?
only
How
thi-
much damage can they take?
They can take 2.
They can only take 2, and he does 2.
So he's got to hit with both or he's got to hit with 1. When you're base to base doing a melee
Yeah.
attack, you roll
He's
1
gonna
or
stomp. He's
dice.
gonna stomp on him. He's gonna stomp on him.
Style points.
Well, and odds
making
points too.
wine.
Odds points as well too, right?
Yeah.
So he's at skill 3. They're on 5s.
Hey, all right.
Quick.
So we made some grape juice out of one of the infantry stands. Which one of them do we want?
Front one.
Front one? Okay.
Okay.
Dunzo.
So that is the Marauder. Marauder's done. We go to 727. 727 is the Locust. Within 6, can it shoot anything in the back?
No.
Within 6, can it fire at something that an ally has attacked this turn?
Nothing within 6.
Okay, there's nothing within 6, so then we're going to go to 24. Anything you can shoot in the back?
Nope.
Anything that's been attacked by an ally this turn?
Yes, that's
Yes.
Scorpion.
Okay, so he's going to be on 2 dice. He's going to be at 4.
Medium.
Medium is 6s,
7
8s,
for the movement.
7.
Yeah.
So 7. He's at medium range. He only does 1 set of dice. Missed.
Missed. All right.
And we'll turn that over. We go to 788 or 708. Sorry, that would be the Shrek PPC carrier. Anything within 6? No.
Nope.
So it's going to go to the next. So
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. We said the Battlemaster was within 6 when it shot.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So it's going to.
So it's gonna drop
It's the only thing that defaults to lowest structure, lowest TMM because it is within 6, the only viable target.
Yep.
So the Shrek PPC carrier is going to be on 3 sets of dice. 2 red, white, and blue for Independence Day for all my American friends watching. Okay, they're going to be at
This
4.
is for you, Tex.
Yeah, it's for you, Tech. It's going to be at 4. 1 for the movement's 5.
Oof, that red, white, and blue did well there. Well,
Through
got it through armor.
armor crit, so 3 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
The critical on the Battlemaster. Ooh,
So the 3 is going to be.
I think it's an engine. I think it's an engine hit. And then we've got 836 is the next one. That will be the infantry. Within 6 of the infantry can attack anything in the rear. Although, yeah, they are technically behind the thing.
Yeah.
They're in the rear arc of it, even though there's no technique.
Okay,
You don't
one
get the bonus
surviving
dice.
rear
And attack
infantry,
by an
yeah.
ally this turn meets both conditions because the Marauder stomped
No, that unit's dead.
that unit instead.
Yeah.
So it's the other one. That's fine.
The only one that's been shot at.
Okay, so the infantry are attacking at 1 set of dice. At short range, I believe. Is it 1 set? Yeah, 1 set of dice. They're going to be on 4 6s, right? Missed. They did not do any damage.
We have some, Kilgore. It's this. That's for our streaming group, Lynn Vander.
Oh, you mean
Our
for
6,000
Lynn Vander?
friends, yeah.
Lynn Vander, yes, there is merch for Lynn Vander. If you send us an email, and Tommy will get you hooked up on that. As far as 6 Sides of Gaming merch, that will be coming in the near future. I don't have a date on that, but that was discussed. Okay.
And as far as Battletech merch, we have tons of it on the table here.
Oh yeah,
We are not
Battletech
officially
is
signed
Battletech, right?
CGL.
So next and last but not least is the crab. So the crab, within 24, can it hit anything in the back? Now, when it says the back on these cards, everybody, it does not literally mean getting the extra attack dice. It just means you're in the rear arc. So you can be off to one of the sides as long as it's in the rear arc and meets the condition. Okay. So nothing in the rear of anything. So then we're going to go to the highest armor lost. Within 24 that has line of sight too.
We are a tie then between the infantry in the Jeep over there. Actually, no, we're not a tie. The infantry in the Jeep over there.
No, highest number of points, not the percentage points. Who's lost? Lot. Just how many pips have been lost.
So these guys have lost 3 of 4 pips.
Just 3 pips, and what have the tank lost?
He's lost 2 pips
Yep.
and a structure point. He's lost 2 pips.
2 pips, so that it will default to the infantry then. Okay, so
As I said earlier, I don't know why, but our Jeeps are somehow beefier than medium tanks.
yeah, apparently, yeah. All right, so this is the crab. So the crab is
Nope,
at medium
4
range.
tough.
It's gonna be on 2
Something.
dice, so it's gonna be base 3 for being a veteran. So 3, 5. 1 makes it 6 for their movement. 1 for being infantry makes it 7. There's no cover in between, correct?
Correct.
1, 2. 2 hits.
2 hits, that's dead infantry standard.
Nice. Beautiful.
We've wiped our poor little foot sloggers.
Alrighty, so
Joe, that was vengeance for.
that is everybody on this side. So if you want to start cleaning up the chips there, I will go to the status card for the commander on this turn. That was a little bit better of a turn for the Curetans. Objective is relevant. If there are any enemies within your rear arc, no.
And we can have the
if
have
you
your dead,
are
Shrek.
any enemies with no armor, are there any enemies out there with no armor right now?
Yes, this scorpion.
Okay, and did we lose more units than them?
Yes, you did. You lost
I
more
lost
PV because
1,
we lost 2
2.
infantry stands, and you lost a Shrek.
I,
Right here, Paul.
I lost an infantry and a Shrek.
Yeah.
Where's the other infantry strand that died? The ones on the top of the hill. The crest of the hill. There we go. Yep. Perfect. So they are going to C. Card C, and we are in play. All right, so reset the decks.
My foot sloggers over here.
How's everybody's weekend going out there? I know it's getting kind of late if you're on the East Coast, but
Our Aussie friends are probably happy.
oh yeah, hey.
We'll have Beskar conscious again soon, probably.
I'm surprised Beskar's not here. I would have thought for sure. Maybe he's working because technically it's Monday there and it's not a holiday.
Ah, okay. I guess sucks to be them.
And it's technically Monday here now too. We got to find a late night pizza or sub place on the way back. That's
Yeah, it's a Sunday night on Canada Day. I have a feeling it's gonna
oh,
be,
we'll find something.
I have a feeling it's gonna be McDonald's at an on-ramp.
Either that or Andrew, you're watching. We're coming to your place. Just we'll text you when we're on our way. You can start prepping our meal, and we will be all good. All right, so that was the end of turn 4.
That was the end of turn 4.
We will go to initiative. I have not lost initiative yet tonight.
I don't think I have ever won an initiative any of the times I've streamed.
I've got an 8.
I've got a 6.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is beautiful stuff. Like I never win initiative.
Yeah.
All right, so total units on the board left here. We better calculate this, right?
Mhm.
So
I have lost a full unit of infantry.
okay, so you're short one because they have not actually lost an AI deck
No.
yet. They still are at 8.
Yeah.
So you're gonna move. I move 2 at the end, basically, on the last turn.
Yeah, the AI moves too.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, sorry, no, that shouldn't be. You never move 2 at the end. It's always 1.
If
So
you
the
win
second-
initiative,
second last turn. You
second last turn, yeah.
Yeah. No, they've lost both their Shreks, or even.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're correct.
Yeah.
You are correct. You are correct.
It's nice to happen occasionally.
There we go.
All right. Well, I have this guy who can barely move. So normally I would initially sync him, but I don't necessarily want to sync his partner too.
So just so everybody knows, what we're doing right now, because we're only using a certain number of actual test decks, we've paired the units by, that we have a pair of Scorpions, so they're using one deck between the two of them. So what Henny is saying there is that because the one guy's crippled, he doesn't want to necessarily initiative sync him and punish the other unit that's attached to him that has to move with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Normally, when you're playing full-on aces, each unit has its own deck. Or you can do there's multiple variations you can do with it, but you can match a couple to one deck, or you can cut your decks down in size, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
I think honestly one of the best things we can do with the Fed Rats right now, he's in a really good spot, is just leave that rifleman.
okay, declare no
Been
move.
moving him all day.
You can grab a no move chip over there. There's one in there. There's wooden ones and there we go. All right, so To the AI. AI lowest on the initiative is 011. That is the King Crab.
All right.
So the King Crab, under aggressive, if there are line of sight to an activated red in 24, and either unit occupies woods or water.
He doesn't have LOS to the only activated unit right now.
No, he does not. So he's going to go to balanced. If there are any enemies within 24, yes. So within 18, he wants to get line of sight to red, red being the lowest TMM, highest PV, lowest structure. So the Battlemaster, he wants to move towards the target and occupy woods with cover from as many enemies as possible, which is fairly simple. But he's basically walking around the corner, and he wants to occupy woods. No, he's going to come back here.
Oh, back here.
Yeah.
Okay. He said he wanted to move towards the target, though.
But he won't be able to occupy woods if he doesn't, so that would be the most logical move. He could move into there, I guess, and that would give him cover, the equivalent of woods.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes like that. Yeah, well, that works too. All right, so he's a 1.
All right.
All right, so what do we want to do here? What do we want to do?
We could be really stupid.
Hmm?
I'm just thinking that Battlemaster.
Not yet, because the Marauder will come around the corner.
Yeah, that Marauder that's not doing so hot either.
Let's make the Marauder make a decision. The Marauder is moving fairly low in the initiative here. Like the Marauder moves, they're gonna move their Striker, and then the Marauder moves.
Okay.
So
do we want to move the Valk then and just reposition him?
the Valkyrie.
Give him some options to shoot at.
What do you think? I'm putting him up here.
Something along those lines there, or behind the tree there. Or do we want to hang out those that damaged bulldog and hope something bites at it?
If he goes behind the tree, he gets cover without a penalty to shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets partial cover from whatever's over there.
Yeah.
But the crab and the locust can come behind him.
Yep.
I wouldn't move the Valkyrie
Okay.
yet. We have no infantry left.
Yep.
Our infantry died
Got
in
Scorpions,
the name of Hans.
Brutus,
Oh, this game is currently being played in the late Succession Wars era as well, guys, for the tech level.
Yeah, we got a couple units on that 3047 roster, but that's it.
I don't. This is a tricky one. You don't want to move the Valkyrie. Yeah, the Scorpion. The Scorpions are the least important units over there right now, because these guys are going to be able to react and clog this lane.
Yep.
These two are going to punch through and...
So probably the best thing I can do with him only having 3 inches of movement is get him up close behind a tree.
Yep. And then let's disengage that one.
Mm-hmm.
How fast do they move again?
They're 8s.
They're 8s. Bring them all the way around the corner there. Yep, that's perfect. Let's back him up. And that's good, and they're both 1s, right? You got the 1 chip. Okay, so to the AI, next is the Striker. It wants to, if a unit has armor greater than any enemy's damage rating.
He has armor greater than
yes.
the damage rating of
So within 10, it wants ground movement to line of sight yellow. Yellow being lowest TMM, lowest move. So lowest TMM
that's the Scorp.
is the Scorpion, right?
Yeah.
It wants to have...
Actually, the Scorp has no TMM because he's now under 3.
It wants to have move closer to the target and cover from enemies.
So, like here?
Yeah, well, yeah. He basically wants to scoot around the corner. That way the Scorpion can't see him, the Valkyrie can't see him, and he's good.
Yeah,
right?
He's just going to... He's going to finish that Scorpion off and hope he doesn't get finished off in the process. And that's about it.
Perfect. All right, to us. That Valkyrie's in trouble over there, right?
Yeah, Valkyrie hasn't moved. Yeah.
Let's move the Brutus.
Okay.
The Brutus moves what, 8 or 6?
The Brutus is a 6.
So it's be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. We'll bring them right through.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the hex. I can't see the
Yeah,
hex
not
somewhere.
really, but
Like that.
there we go.
There we go. And he's a 1.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put a chip there beside him for a 1. And now we will go to the Marauder. Let's double check that. Yeah, the Marauder is next. So the Marauder, if there are any activated enemies within 24 and no unactivateds within 12. Nope, he's going to go to cautious because this is within 12.
And so is the Brutus.
Yeah, balanced is if there are any activated enemies within 30. Yes, that's true. It's going to want ground movement to line of sight yellow. Yellow again being lowest TMM, lowest move.
Lowest TMM's got to be the Scorpion because it has no TMM.
This is the Marauder, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is within 14. So
Within
his
14?
his
Okay.
zone's 14. What's the lowest TMM within 14?
Oh, just out of it.
Okay.
Lowest TMM within 14 be the Brutus then.
Or this?
They have it, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not activated, yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's activated. The activation was to keep him on balance. Now he's going to go to his move, right? So yellow is the priority. So he wants to move to line of sight, lowest TMM within 14. Okay, there's only one unit with the lowest TMM within 14.
No.
Multiple units, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it wants lowest movement. It's the next tiebreaker.
Which is all of the no, sorry, the Brutus then.
So it's the Brutus, right?
Yeah, because the Bulldog
So,
is an 8, I believe.
It wants to have
Yes, Bulldog's an 8.
no enemies within 16 if possible. That's going to be impossible. It wants to move closer to the target with the onto the lowest elevation. So he's on the ground, okay? And occupy woods if he can. Yeah. There you go. Okay, to us. And he's a 1, right?
He is a 1.
All right, so we've got... We'll move those tanks. Do you want to move them through?
We can move them through, or we can move them up here and triangulate.
Let's move them through. We have cover here, and they're going to have to come around.
All right.
Right? And they move 10?
They, Bulldogs move 8.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
So they both... One's
pretty tore up, though.
If you want to put those in the proper hex spots there. I'll just go to the overhead for everybody to see them where they went to. All right, and they are a 1 or a 2, those guys?
Those are 1s.
They're 1s. Beautiful. And we go to the AI. AI is on 422. The AI is the Hunter. The Hunter wants to, if there are any activated enemies within 24 and no unactivateds within 12.
So that's
so it's going
not
to go to balanced. If there are any activated enemies within 24, correct?
Yep.
It wants ground to no line of sight activated blue. Blue being lowest starting armor.
Okay.
So what's the lowest starting armor?
Scorpions.
Okay. He's got no line of sight to him, correct?
Correct.
He's within 10.
He currently has line of sight.
Is he within 10?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Perfect. He wants cover from as many enemies as possible.
He's got it.
And no unactivateds within 12.
Other than the no activateds within 12.
So he moves out.
Yeah,
he
so
wants to
he's
get.
gonna
He wants to move away from the unactivated Valkyrie.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 8. 9. Give him. Nah, he'd be out of cover there. Somewhere in here then is
That's
probably
fine.
going to be the best thing you can do.
Yeah. He just wants to back away from them.
I'm not going to be super specific about counting hexes when we are in an area
In there,
like
that's
that.
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Especially because realistically, he's well within his movement range. It doesn't matter.
All right, to us.
Hunters are 2s, right? Hunters are 2s. I
The
believe.
hunters
Just wanna
are
double
a 2. Yes, correct. We want to move that battle master now.
Yeah, I would
or the
almost.
Marauder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so move the Battlemaster, and then the Marauder can move in.
Yeah.
Move that. You can go ahead and move him there.
Yeah, I want to move him into melee because he's going to do more damage in melee than he is anything else.
Who?
The Battlemaster.
Okay, we'll move him in.
Yeah. 2, 3, 7. I don't think he gets rear arc from there though.
Is he behind him?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So we're going to make really bad decisions. No, we're not. We're going to go right here. And the reason we're going right there is because I do not want the infantry base to base with my Battlemaster.
You don't want to go behind him for the extra point of damage?
Well, that's going to put me within the infantry
Okay,
attack
okay.
range,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I don't
that's
really
fine,
think is a
that's
good
fine.
idea. So we're still going to go up and we're going to pistol whip him. We're just going to do it from the front instead of
So-
behind.
So they're all once. That's fine. That's good. All right, and next is 476, which is the infantry. And the infantry, if there are any activated within 12, yes, they're going to be on aggressive. So within 6, they want line of sight activated yellow. So what's within 6 of them? The Battlemaster, right?
Battlemaster, yep.
Okay, so he automatically it defaults it. Get behind
sorry. He's not within 6 of them. I just
1, 2, 3,
not
4.
sorry, yeah, not
just
within, okay.
just within 6.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So get behind target. Can they get behind him?
Nope.
Can they get in base to base?
Nope.
Nope. Cover from as many enemies.
'Kay.
And occupy woods moving towards him.
So here is probably going to be the best spot. It's going to give them cover from the greatest number of enemies. It'll
Yep.
give them partial cover from him.
You're good. And then to us, they have 2 left, and we have 1. It's the Marauder, right?
Yes.
No. It's 1 for
No,
1.
we have the Marauder and,
And the Valkyrie. Yeah. Let's move the Marauder.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Steps
Okay.
right in.
All right.
Into the place where the Battlemaster was. There.
And we are going to be putting, I think, everything into a King Crab.
And then we have the crab. So the crab, if there is an ideal blue that is activated and unit can move
Paul, we
within
have another
6.
infantry that should have moved
Well, move. Go ahead, move them.
that last
Yeah.
run.
So they were moving towards the
yeah, activated.
lowest TMM, lowest move.
Yeah, so we're just going to put them.
That's fine. So the crab, blue, lowest starting armor within 6. Is there anything within 6 of the crab?
No.
No? Okay. So we're going to go to balanced. If there's an ideal blue and it's activated, so ideal blue is lowest starting armor.
Scorpions.
Okay, that's good. So then it wants to, it's within 16?
Yep.
Okay, which one's closer?
This one technically by line of
Okay,
sight.
whatever one's closer to the one it's going to move to. Wants to move closer to the target, staying out of as many enemy arcs as possible and occupying woods if possible.
All right, so closer to the target, but does not necessarily mean it has to be able to shoot the target, correct? So,
That's correct. That's right.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to face it. If you can face them intelligently. There you go. Face him like this.
Okay.
Why? Because front arc.
Yeah.
If you turn him that way, he's not in his front arc, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, and he's a...
1.
Last but not least, we have the Locust. Locust, if there is an ideal yellow that has been activated and you can move behind it. So
we got to move our Valkyrie.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie jumps.
Yes.
Jump behind the crab and kick it.
Yeah, 10 jump. We'll get him right there. Minus the destruction of the woodlands here.
All right, so to the
Engage
Locust. If there's an ideal yellow and can move behind it, yellow being lowest TMM, Lowest move. Yes. Be this. Is closest.
This would be lower TMM.
What's close? Oh, he's lower TM? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna run
he's got
behind.
no
He's
TMM.
gonna run behind it and destroy it. Get behind the target. Occupy woods if possible.
Yeah, I don't even need to bother counting it. We're well within his move.
And there's no woods he can occupy. Okay, that's fine.
Not within being direct back arc, no.
Okay. So we are going to go to the firing phase. Cygnus, to answer your question, I would refer you to watching last night's stream when Tommy spoke about Aces and its future. Okay? I'm not at liberty to discuss that. That is only things for Catalyst and Lynn Vander to discuss. So we did stream on Friday. Go ahead and check out that stream, and lots of information was given on that episode. Okay. So we go to us firing first.
Yeah, so if we want to start on this side, the Scorpion only has one shot, which is the striker that's almost base to base with it. And then we would be coming in here towards the other Scorp if it has a target. Which
Give
I
you
don't
guys
think it does.
Bird's eye view of.
So this Scorpion, I would suggest it fire on the striker. It's the only thing it has a chance to do significant damage on. And that striker is already, I think it's stripped at least.
The striker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 1 point left.
Alright, so the Scorpion's only going to do 1 damage right now because it's taken an engine hit, and engine hits work a little differently for tanks than they do for mechs. So I'm going to roll this 1 pair of dice. He is a base of 4, and his opponent has moved for 2. It means it hits on a 6. That is a 6.
He's gonzo.
He's done? Alright. Good job, Scorpion. You're probably death throw. Well done.
Scratch that out.
Yep. Alright, this guy back here may not have line of sight on anybody. Nope. I will leave that to Paul's eyes.
Oh, he can see the locust.
See the locust, right? Yeah. So he's gonna have a line of sight on the locust with partial. Can he see the crowd?
No, there's level 2 in there.
Alright, so he's got line of sight on the locust. The only thing he's got, he's a 4. He's got 2 points of partial cover in the way. The locust is a 3, I believe, and we are at medium. So it's going to be 3 plus 2 for medium plus the 2 points of partial brings us up to 7s, and the locust brings us to 10s. 2 pairs of dice for the score.
And this is on the locust, right?
Yes.
Locust hasn't been hit yet.
And it still hasn't been hit.
Still hasn't been hit.
All right.
Okay.
And then we have the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie we're going to kick into the crab.
Yep.
Now, if this was a normal game and we were not playing hex base, because I'm base to base with him, I would have automatically DFA'd him. Because it's hex base and hexes are a little bit different in terms of the inch bases, I have the option of whether I want to do it as a shot, a kick, or the DFA. In this instance, it works in my favor. It doesn't always. The Valk is going to kick. He's only getting 2 pairs of dice because your physical damage is all done at once. He is a size 1, which means he would only do 1 point of damage, but he's in the rear arc, which means he will do 2.
Okay.
So we are hitting with a 4, plus the 2 for his move, and 2 because I jumped. Brings us to 8s. So it's 8 to do 2 points of damage. That is a 9.
Nice.
2 points damage into the crab.
And he's got 1 armor left.
We'll do the rifleman, I would say, then, into the crab.
That marked off.
Rifleman has 3 dice at medium range. He is a 4, but he no moved. That will, or sorry, he's a 3, I should say. I should have done that last calculation.
There's a base 2, right?
Yeah. He's a 3. The no move brings him down to a 2. He's got a point of trees in the way and a point of partial cover in the way, I believe.
Yep.
And the crab's gone for 2 at medium range. So we are 2 plus another 2 brings us up to 6s. And I'm throwing 3 pairs of dice at medium range with the battle rifleman. And that is going to be 1 miss, 2 hits.
So roll critical.
Crits. The crit is a 9, which is that no crit slot that I keep hitting tonight.
Oh, that's good. Well, at least you're not rolling boxcars every other die roll like you were for the first 3 turns.
And doing absolutely nothing with them, I might add. All right, then we're going to come over here. We have the Marauder is probably going to fire into the King Crab. So the Marauder is at short range. The Marauder is a skill 3. I believe that's a clear line.
It is.
So
Oh, no, no, he does have partial cover.
he does.
This-
Okay, sorry. All right, so Marauder, 4 pairs of dice. So we are a 3.
I can't. Yeah, it's hard for you guys to see it there. He's there. The shot is from here to here, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps anybody with that. Probably not.
No, I'm just trying to so they can actually see it. See it. If I go to the overhead, it might be a little easier to see like the Marauders here, King Crab's there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going right through there. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't think there is partial. Anyway.
Yeah, it's half more than 50% of it's covered.
Anyway, so the Marauder is firing into him. We are a skill 3, 1 for partial cover, and 1 for the crab's movement. Is going to be hitting on 5s with 4 sets of dice. That is
Not a good roll.
1 miss.
1 miss.
3 hits into the crab.
King Crab, right? It's
King
first.
crab, yep.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm going to do the Battlemaster next. He's a 3. He's doing the punch, so sorry, he'd be a 4. When you're doing melee, it's based on your size. So assault mechs do 4 points of damage. He is a skill 3, base to base with that crab that moves for 1. So it's hitting on a 4 for 4 points of damage. Can I do it, or will I roll snake eyes? Will I hit the dice tray is an even better question. There we go. Now I hit the dice tray. That's going to be 4 points more into the king crab.
He's got 2 armor left.
Then I think I'm going to do
The Brutus.
I was going to do the bulldog first.
Oh, Bulldogs, right?
No, I'll do the Brutus first. Brutus for 5 points of damage.
Gonna
Or
be
5 dice
5s.
Hitting on skill 4, 5s.
5s. Yeah.
That is going to be 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. That's all hits. That's 5 points of damage.
Roll critical.
Yay! Rolling crits on a king crab. That's a 6 as a weapon hit.
Yep.
Now I'll do the 2 bulldogs.
He's got 5 internals left.
5 internals left.
Yep.
So we can't kill him this round.
He can't overheat.
Yeah. So bulldogs, 2 points or 2 dice, also hitting on 5s. That is going to be 1 hit.
Critical.
Critical is an 8, which is another weapon. And the other one is going to be 2 hits.
Critical.
Critical is a 9, which is that no crit slot again.
Right.
I'm finding that thing a lot.
He's
tonight.
got 2 internals left.
All right. I believe that concludes fire for the FedCom side.
Rifleman, everybody's fired. Okay. So on the low end of the spectrum over here, we will start with said Juggernaut, the King Crab. Anything to shoot in the back? No. It wants red. Red being the lowest TMM, highest PV, which make it the Battlemaster. So it will fire 3 sets of dice. That's skill 3.
So it would actually be better to punch.
That is something, yeah. That actually, Josh, mental note, we are on base-to-base contact. I don't see anything here about physical attacks.
Uh-oh, we lost our chat.
Hmm?
We lost chat.
We lost the chat?
I got chat disconnected, unable to reconnect.
So let's make sure. Just refresh your chat, that's all. All right, so we're on 3 sets of dice. He's going to be at 3. The Battlemaster went for, I said 4 sets of dice, sorry. He's going to be at 3. Battlemaster went for 1 is 4. Yeah, I'm punching, right? So he's going to be on 4 dice.
Punching is only 1 set of dice for 4 damage.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 1 set of dice for 4 damage. And hit with an 11.
Boom, done. So, the
Battlemaster
crab
takes
just
4.
gave the clamps to the Battlemaster. He's got 2 points of armor left, so you're into internals. Roll your critical, sir. That is a 7 is movement.
Okay, so that's
So his
done.
MP hit is his MP is halved.
253 is next. That is the striker that got destroyed. Whatever can shoot in the back. If not, what's close to it?
The scorpion that killed it.
The scorpion that killed it's the only thing close to it.
It's
So
the only it's the
that
only
it
thing
can
close
see?
to it. It can see the other scorpion.
so then it's going to go to yellow. That's why I'm asking.
which this other scorpion should have shot at it.
Lowest TMM, lowest move. It's going to be the one that shot it. So that's the one that's heavily damaged. So he's going to be at 2 sets of dice. He's going to be, yes, 2 sets of dice, but he's at +2 to hit. So he's going to be at 4, 6. He's at short range, right?
Yep.
6, 1 for the scorpion is 7.
TMM.
No TMM, so 6s. 2 hits.
2 hits. All right, that's a dead scorpion.
Cool.
Only had 1 point left.
All right, the next, you can take that and you can hand me that striker. He's dead as well. Pull him off the board. Okay.
Scorpion.
Next on the initiative list will be the Marauder. Marauder wants, I can't hit anything in the back. Oh, no, it's not in the rear arc of anything.
No.
Attacked by an ally this turn.
So it's got the Battlemaster.
Battlemaster. So it wants to. Is that short range or medium? He's at short. He's going to be on 2 dice. That Marauder did take a weapon hit, so he's got 1 dice, and he's got a fire control hit as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he's going to be at 3, 5 because this fire control hit. 1 for the Battlemaster's move. The tree doesn't count because he's spaced basically.
Yeah. Sorry.
So he's going to be at 3, 5, 6s.
Yeah.
Hit for 1 point of damage.
Okay. Roll your crit.
Oh, Battlemaster's in crits?
Yep.
8.
8 is a weapon.
Okay. And we're going to go to 422, which is the hunter.
Okay.
So the hunter wants to attack something that an ally attacked this turn, first and foremost. Within 6. If there's anything
Nothing.
within 6, okay. Then within 24, an ally attack this turn.
I don't think it has line of sight on the
Okay, so then it's going to go to blue. What does it have line of sight on?
I think the only thing it honestly has line of sight on is the rifleman.
Okay, so rifleman is going to be, he's at medium range or, yeah, he's at medium range. He's going to be at 1 set of dice. He's going to be at 4, 6, 7, 6.
Tree.
Didn't move. Is there a tree in there? No.
Nope. You're good.
So 6, hit.
Right.
So that is 1 point of damage to the rifleman.
We have scratched the paint.
Okay, so now we have the infantry. Infantry, can they attack anything in the rear?
No. The
No.
stand of infantry can't attack anything. There's nothing within range. This one can only see the Battlemaster.
Attacked by an ally. This turn it's going to be the Battlemaster by default.
Okay, partial cover.
Yeah, so hold on. Just closing this off here. Closing off this deck. All right. And this deck has shot. That goes to there. All right. He's going to be on 1 set of dice. They're going to be at 6s. Hit.
Roll your crit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the Battlemaster. 7.
7 is another motive hit.
All right. And we are going to have next the crab. Crab, if it can, anything within 6 of the crab?
It has things within 6. I don't think crab is a shot.
Okay, does it have a shot at anything within 6? No. Okay, so then within 24, it's not in the back arc of anything.
Nope.
It can't see the Marauder, so then it's going to go to blue. Blue being the lowest starting armor.
The only thing it can see is the rifleman.
The rifleman? Okay.
Supersedes
So-
anything else.
There we go. So he's going to be at a medium range, so he's going to be on 2 dice. He's going to be at 3. He's going to have partial cover. 3, 5 for range, partial cover 6. There's no tree intervening, but
No, it looks
the
like there's a
building
tree
is.
hanging over
But
you.
the building is. So it's 7. He didn't move. Is 6.
Yeah.
So 2 dice on 6s.
That's 1 hit.
1 hit.
Okay.
And we go to the locust. Locust, whatever it's behind.
Nothing.
Nothing? It's not in the rear arc of anything?
No, it blew up. The thing it was in the rear arc, it blew
Oh,
up.
okay. So what?
The only shot it has is on the Scorpion.
Okay, so then it's going to go to yellow, which defaults to Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
So the what's the range?
Actually,
Hexes?
yeah.
Short range?
He got bumped out of line. That's why it's changed.
Short
Sorry
range?
about that. No, we're medium range. Partial cover.
3, 5, 6. What did it do for movement?
It just walked.
No,
Oh, Scorpion 1.
7s.
That's alright. 1 damage on the Scorp. And roll the Scorpion's movement crit. Normally you would roll your own, but yeah.
8.
That's an 8. So
All
that
right.
is a 2-inch move.
Kilgore, we are. We are. But I think we are going to call it here. We're into our third hour. We just finished the 5th turn. Right now, the game state is at they're in trouble. Our Marauder is not in good shape. Or sorry, not our Marauder. Our
Battlemaster.
Battlemaster here is kind of in a rough spot, but that King Crab's going down next turn.
Their Marauder.
It's only got 2. It's only got the King Crab's only got 2 internal structure left. And it's got 3 tanks and a Battlemaster standing in front of it, plus a Marauder to its right. That other Marauder in the back.
That other Marauder in the back was been in pretty big trouble since it took the 2 through armor crits from the infantry.
That's correct.
Okay.
So it's probably going to back out. Their infantry over here essentially are going to probably pull off the board.
Mm-hmm.
That crab over here is probably going to be harassed for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
By the Valkyrie and that Scorpion, unless this infantry or that Locust comes over to try and support it. I just don't see. I don't see a way where the Curetans come out of this in any.
Yeah, I mean, if we could go one more turn, but we're looking at a horseshoes and hand grenade situation here. So
Yeah. So, what I would like to do is, again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We love playing Battletech, obviously. So, going forward, there's going to be more Sunday stuff on a regular basis in addition to the regular Friday night aces. We are going to be doing battle reports that are not live streams. We are actually going to come in on Sundays and record classic games for you guys. And what we'll do is we'll play that every Sunday, and then I will chop up and edit those games into like 40-minute intervals or episodes that everybody can watch, and we'll release them once or twice a week, and we'll do that every weekend. Recording game. We'll do a long-term campaign, and we got some ideas that we're playing with right now for a narrative perspective of it. I won't spoil those yet, but we are waiting for our Kickstarter minis, just like everybody else. So we'll obviously like to showcase those. That said, Tommy and I will be back here on Friday night for Friday Night Aces. We are going to have a nice big melee brawl next week and have some fun. And then aside from that, I'd like to thank Catalyst Game Labs, obviously, for letting us do this, and Foam Brain Games for dice and all that exciting stuff that they help provide as sponsors to the channel. And again, we touched on it on Friday. I'll touch on it again. We're at 40,000 subscribers, and we're happy about that. And we like to thank everybody again. And until next time, I would like to say thank you. Have a good night. Everybody enjoy your long weekend. If you're in Europe and you don't get a long weekend, I have no sympathy and enjoy work.
Yeah, too bad, so sad.
All right.
Just before we sign off, I do have something for Paul.
Oh, yes.
For those of you who have not encountered or heard of Luthor yet, we have a squirrel that has declared itself Paul's nemesis. Every time he leaves the building, it perfectly positions itself as a sniper over the roof to drop walnut shells on him.
Peanuts, actually. They're peanuts.
Peanuts,
the neighbor's been feeding them, I think.
At the end of the day, it's throwing shells like you were first in the race in a Mario Kart match. So we have your AA battery.
Oh,
to
nice.
contend
I
with
got
the
squirt
sniper,
guns.
Luthor.
Squirt guns.
Yes. And based on the fact Paul named his nemesis Luthor, that should just give you a slight hint into his psyche and how he thinks of himself.
There you go.
So I want to thank the man for having me out again. It's always fun to play against you, and it's always fun to come out and play against the deck. So
Alrighty, guys.
thanks again, guys.
We'll
Have a
see
good
you all
night.
Friday. Enjoy your weekends, and have a good one.